Or like the Avatar: The Last Airbender subreddit. They've run out of things to talk about, so they just keep going over. Oh, it doesn't trust us.
If I didn't trust you, you wouldn't be allowed in the call. I would just boot you out.
Oh yeah, that's not space. That's Mario.
Yeah. That reminds me, 1 second.
See, now I'm watching the stream today to figure out what that weird sound is.
Baron getting up, apparently.
Oh, yep, he just got up now. That took like
Oh, lights.
10 seconds. 15?
That's
Yeah, okay. So I think you have less stream today than I do, Mock.
I do have very good internet.
My internet here is decent. At least, I'm comparing it to my internet at my parents' house. Their internet sucks compared to the internet here.
They don't get AT&T or Comcast. They have to use an equivalent.
I honestly don't know what I have, but I think we're actually fiber this year.
Oh,
Nice.
damn.
So
I do not have that where I currently live. And where I'm
honestly, it
moving
was
to
fast
is-
enough even before fiber.
I have 100 megabytes per second download speed, which means I average about 50 megabytes per second download speed.
Yeah, I live in an apartment complex. They just told us, hey, we're updating your internet. You're going to get charged more for it. It's like, we can either just stop paying for internet, or we can accept it and get better internet. No in between.
Yep. Alright, I almost accidentally started Steven's sausage roll. I was like, nope, not today.
I mean, isn't that a tabletop game? Could be.
I mean, you could replicate... That's the thing, is it's basic enough, you could replicate every single function of that game, other than the last few levels we're looking at. Let's just say the last few levels go places that you could not replicate on a tabletop, but everything else up until then, you totally could. It's a very basic physics game. Crap, which one's strafe?
I'm just clicking all the buttons right now.
No one's actually
here's
used
the
the
one I
change
want.
the lights redeem ever. I think you were the first person to ever use it.
And we need to make sure we
I
get
definitely
Turbo in
used
here.
it
Once or twice,
like
maybe.
at least once when it was a new feature.
No, it's not nearly as popular as Stuffy,
where
and I don't blame people.
Where's the noun band?
Usually I just set a color of lights I think is appropriate for the day, and then it just stays that the entire day.
Here's the noun band. What
And the
else
only-
can I do?
The only
Is
consistent...
Name Your Star still a thing? I feel like that shouldn't be a thing.
That is still a thing.
All right.
I didn't remove it. I probably should. I'm gonna go remove that now. So yeah, don't waste
Is
your
it just an
points.
emote still a thing?
That is gonna stay, yes, because I'm an uncreative idiot.
I don't have enough points for VIP. I just spent too many on the IRL word band.
Did you have enough for VIP before then? Also, you don't.
Maybe. No.
Also, you don't qualify for VIP. You can't get
Why?
it because you're a mod.
That's a ripoff.
Yeah, well, that's because as a mod, you automatically have all VIP privileges and mod privileges.
Also, non-noun word band is very expensive. I can afford it, but it's expensive still.
Yeah, that's the idea.
I also didn't know there's a suggest an emote button.
So what game are we playing today?
Tabletop Simulator.
Ooh, you just said the word.
There. Good point. Good point. I wasn't even paying attention. I just reflexed. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm busy doing something else. Which one was the wave? I want to say this one's wave. No, that's turn on and off. That's the
It
boring
looks
one.
kind of wavy.
This is the obnoxious one.
Which one is the obnoxious one?
The one where it just rapidly flashes on and off the entire thing. So the
Is that
color.
an option I can press?
No, I did not allow that one because that one actually is hard on my eyes. Here's the
Do you
real
need your
obnoxious.
eyes?
This is the actual obnoxious one. So yeah, I guess this might be the closest to wave. There's not like a true wave though, unfortunately.
Yeah, ideally,
I-
whatever is the most annoying is clearly the best one.
No, here's the
To
most
distract you,
annoying.
so we
The
can
most
win
annoying
more
is I
games.
do this.
Yeah, the trick is we want to distract
This
you
is the
so that
true
you're
most
making worse
annoying.
decisions.
Because here's the problem: the camera doesn't capture the lights properly. They're a lot brighter than they actually are on camera. That's deliberate. It does some visual cancellation. This is the true most annoying lights show.
Oh, is that America Lights?
Yep, this is red, white, and blue. Alternatively, I could do this, which is also pretty obnoxious.
I'm assuming that
Yeah,
this
it's
is
good to-
maybe the same but different color.
Same, but Christmas.
Ah, yes. Let's do
Ah,
Christmas
yes.
lights.
I can do the Christmas lights. I'm not doing them with the strobe effect. I don't do strobe effects.
Why not?
Because I like seeing. I have managed to live 28 years without glasses. I would like that to stay. As long as possible. 'Cause
Oh, I
glasses are
see.
expensive.
The change the lights doesn't actually have strobe as an option.
That's on
I
purpose.
see. You've learned.
I have a couple of friends that I've done, like, people from the Among Us games I play, and one of them's like, yeah, I have a play without my glasses on for 5 minutes thing. And I'm like, dude, no, don't do that.
Depends how desperately you need glasses, I guess.
Apparently, in one case, he's far-sighted, so it doesn't really matter. The other one's nearsighted and has to squint really hard and can't read the text on screen, and refuses to move his face closer to the screen. He's just like, nope, it's the challenge. I gotta do it from the normal pace, so I just can't see anymore, but I tried to. It's like, your poor eyes. Is it really
Needs
worth
eyes.
it? But I need the viewer engagement. Do no cursing. I can't do that. I need my cursing.
I mean, it's more important for you to curse than to see.
Yes, it's more important to
That
curse
sounds about right.
than to have an extra 5 years of vision or whatever it is he's losing. It's like mismatched priorities. Me and one of the.
I mean, just think about it. If you're playing League of Legends, you need cursing a lot more than you need seeing in that game, right?
That's true. That's true.
Does anyone
There's
just
a lot
call
of
play...
games.
Do any of you guys play League?
No, I had a lot of roommates in college who
I do.
played League,
Yeah,
so I had to
same.
make fun of them.
But I've played similar, like Counter-Strike is like that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
Counter-Strike, it's unplayable unless you start swearing in Russian.
In Russian specifically? Wow.
I don't know
Counter-Strike's
why.
very
It's like,
popular
for
in
whatever
Russia.
reason. For whatever reason.
Yeah, I believe Counter-Strike has a pretty big Russian follow.
Also, can you tell me why the 6 is sideways on the dice in Tabletop Simulator?
No.
Like, normally the 6 is like in a horizontal line. Yours is
I'm
diagonal.
trying to remember how this works. I know that if I have you as a friend, I can just add you in a friend game, and that's easy. And invite, I can do invite only. I have to change the server name because I usually just play this. I usually just use this for a D&D tabletop group that I'm in. And I only do this so they have dice because none of them want to buy their own dice, so I bought Tabletop Sim instead. Because that's the kind of DM I am.
Like,
That's a way
but-
to do it.
buying dice is like a whole thing, though. That's like part of the experience.
When we're all
I mean,
playing,
I
the problem is
bought
we're
a
all
ton of
playing
dice
online,
now.
and half of them are lazy bums.
I bought a ton of dice.
For
but I didn't
context,
play
one of them is
D&D.
Aracorn. Who needs to save the money so he can go buy a new sword.
That's a fair reason.
And we all made fun of him for it. So it's like, you can't afford to buy dice, but you can afford to buy a sword. He's like, yeah. Well, can't argue with that.
See, the only person I know of in real life who has a sword is the former pastor of my church.
No, you know
Once we were just in some
you
sort of
know
meeting, he
me.
just randomly brought a sword.
You know me.
You have a sword?
Yes.
The
There we go. That's 2
I
people.
inherited it from mom's sister.
Oh, that one.
Mm-hmm, that one.
my headcanon is the sword has something to do with the former nature of them being a pastor.
Yeah.
Like they died in a sword fight or something.
Okay, so I have a lot of DLC. No, that's not DLC. I have mods. I was gonna say, I have a lot of mods. Oh crap! How do I load again? Oh crap!
If I remember correctly, the way this game works is you can download free games or you can pay for professionally made games.
Correct. And I have done the former.
In theory, there's a lot of games. In practice, I think half the games tend to work pretty well, and half of them are kind of awkward.
And that's why I called today Explosions.
Well, I know the Scythe version on this wasn't supposed to be super good. The digital version was a lot better.
I just realized the stream title still says Steven Sausage Roll, even though I changed everything.
I see Tabletop Sim. How can we break it?
Oh, I haven't reloaded the page. Here, let's fix that. Because for some reason I updated the game when I forgot I updated Stream Manager on a different browser and forgot to reload my actual Stream Manager page. All right. Also, I have the feeling I've probably broken the word ban a zillion times.
Oh yeah, you definitely have. But you will be punished for that.
Where's the
Whoever.
load?
What is
Games,
the punishment
here we
for you
are.
breaking the word banned?
It just restarts.
Workshop, here we go. Alright, here are the workshop games I have.
I mean,
I
what's
have the
the
feeling Axis and Allies is the wrong choice here. It's the right choice, but it's also
Axis
the
and
wrong
Allies
choice.
is a great game.
I know. And there's the fun part of Axis and Allies. There's no official online version of it.
I played the short version of that apparently.
Oh, what's it called?
It
AAA.
was.
AAA is a really good online version.
Oh, I bet. I also haven't
It's
admittedly
too slow
played
for my
the game,
taste.
so I plan to someday.
I'll play
To play-
Mario Kart deck.
You plan to play Axis and Allies, you're saying?
I bought it. I want to say I bought my version in like July 2019, back when I was still playing D&D with friends, and I owned that. I got that that year. I got War of the. You remember Night Miner? We went to the trip with Mom up to Minnesota, and on the way I got Star Wars Rebellion. That was that year.
I can't remember that far back.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, we got War of the Ring. I got Star Wars Rebellion. I got Axis and Allies. I got Ticket to Ride. Ton
I have
of
no
games.
memory of this. I have no memory of this trip.
Well, this was for Mom's job at the time. All right, I got a bunch
You
of
want
card
Portal
decks.
chess?
Ooh, that's right. I have San Juan, and we have Dominion. Another
You
game that
definitely want Portal Chess.
there's another game there's no official version of. Yep, we got.
Is Dominion the one where you have your enemies fall into moats?
No, Dominion's a card game.
Well, yeah, there's card games
Dominion's
in it.
pretty cool.
Is Dominion the one where one of the cards you can buy is a moat and your enemies fall into it?
Yes.
Well,
They don't
moat,
fall into it.
moat is
but
a card
moat
you
is
can
a
play,
card.
but there's no
Defends
people.
you.
Oh, no, they fall. The moat is a defense card, and the only reason why it would defend you is if they're falling into the moat.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you're
being a
right.
Smartass, I get it.
But there's, that's just you putting your own logic on.
Well, I mean, okay, my enemy plays a card, and I said, haha, they fell into my moat.
I will note, if we want to play like San Juan, Carcassonne, Settlers of Catan, those, what I would suggest instead is I actually own all those properly and can just do the Steam multiplayer mode thing.
Oh, yeah, I have Puerto Rico. I still have no idea how to play it, but I have it. I've read the rules and I'm lost after 3 times reading the rules.
Let's play that. That's what I'm like. Honestly, it falls into my category, my usual category of one of my favorite games of all time. Happens to be about colonialism. Fuck. Because I love San Juan dearly, and it's a terrible game.
I just need to find a group of people who I can play it with so I can learn the game.
Terrible
Which
as in it's a bad game, or terrible as in
It's a great game.
It's about a
about
bad thing.
sugar, coffee, and drug plantations in San Juan during the Spanish occupation of Cuba, and the Caribbean region.
But does it show it in a positive light or a negative light or a neutral light?
The goal is to become the richest governor possible.
Okay,
by
so it's in a
exploiting
positive
the
light.
resources.
Well,
You
that
can
also
play
doesn't
Pizzac.
necessarily mean it's a positive.
It's not necessarily
Pizzac?
positive.
I played a great
Pezzu?
game.
I
recently.
forgot I have Pizzac here. I feel
Pizzac,
like we have
that's
to play
great.
that.
I feel like we have to play it.
I feel like
No,
we have no
Pong
choice
10
but to play
players.
that.
Definitely Pong 10 players. I don't know what that is, but it sounds great.
What game?
Pong 10 players.
Oh, right, 10-player Pong. That's Pong.
No.
Supports up
It's
to
not
10
10 player
players.
Pong. It is Pong 10 players.
So let's say it's Pong that supports up to 10 players at once.
Also, you have Star Wars Carcassonne. That sounds great.
I know. There's a bunch of really cool ones.
I'm assuming a bunch of these is just someone took a game that exists in real life, but then they decided to retheme it to make it more interesting.
In some cases, also, the game just existed. But yeah, there are a bunch of rethemes. Like, Star Wars Risk, original trilogy, is another one. It's like, I'd love to try that. Lord of the Rings Risk, I own that in real life. That's a good one. I got War of the Ring original and second edition. Axis and Allies Pacific 1914 original.
Ooh,
And I want to say Atlantic. What game?
Neon Backgammon.
Oh yeah, Neon Backgammon. Another game I haven't played in forever.
Is that actually any different from normal backgammon?
It's neon colored. That's why I chose it, because it looked cool.
Well, okay then.
I have Go, another game I need to learn. Lord of the
I have a
Rings,
Go app.
Pelennor Field.
I cannot figure out how that game works.
Well,
I keep losing and I have no
Which
idea
game?
why.
Go's
Go.
weird because I know how to play it. Like I know the rules, but I don't actually know how to play it all.
Have
like, I don't
AI
know.
mastered? Do you know offhand if AI have mastered Go yet? Because I know that was for a while.
Yep.
That was the only. Okay, they have. Okay, I figured
The problem
eventually.
with Go is the way you win. It sounds simple enough, but then you look at a winning board. It's like I have no idea why this.
The problem
won.
with
Like, you
Go
have
is
no
it's-
idea why it won. You don't even know how to get there.
the problem with Go is it's not in Clubhouse Games 51, and Hanafuda is instead, and I'm mad. Because
I
I
feel
wanted
like
to.
Shogi is probably going to be a little easier for me to learn than Go.
Oh,
because Shogi looks.
I know Shogi. Like I actually am pretty decent at Shogi for a amateur.
I hear Shogi is somewhat like chess in style.
It is literally like chess in style.
It's just the pieces probably behave differently.
The pieces behave a little differently. All pieces promote, except the king and queen. And most importantly, at any time, you can place a capture piece of your opponent's back on the battlefield.
Oh,
Always.
that's fine. Which means instead of like chess, where as the game goes on, you're constantly lowering the complexity of the board.
Shogi, you're constantly
good, you
increasing
never-
complexity.
Well, you're not increasing the complexity. It's just that the complexity never decreases.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like moving a pawn forward decreases the complexity because you can never undo that move. Capturing a piece decreases complexity because you never undo that move.
Exactly.
As opposed to if
I'll also
capture
note
piece
that for a
can
lot of
come
these
back-
games, part of the problem with playing them is, unless the instructions are here, there's no physics that say you must play this way. So, like, if we play Shogi, for example, if you don't know how the pieces work, you're in trouble.
Ah, fun. So it means you can very easily cheat.
Anyway, let's play Pazak. I should also
Let's do
probably actually invite
Yeah,
Mock
because
to
if I remember Tabletop Simulator, it's literally just you have pieces that you can move around in a physical world. There's no real rules or anything that you have to that are enforced by the game.
All
right? It's not like, say, the Scythe Digital Edition, where it's all enforcing everything for you.
Yeah, exactly. Tabletop Simulator will give you the pieces, but it's your job to use them correctly.
Wait, did they literally give you a calculator in this game?
Uh-huh. Some people
You
don't
get an
have
iPad
that.
out.
That's a way to do it.
Yeah, Tabletop literally lets you spit out an iPad if you want to like do Google searches. Great.
That is weird, but okay.
And you could like just move it around like any other object and just
Yep.
throw it across.
There's one right here. There's a tablet right
Does
here.
it have the
Tablet
does it
lets
have
open.
indecisiveness
You are.
about
Oh, it's
tabletop
opening
games?
Star Wars music. Okay, let's get rid of that.
Oh, that's probably
The tablet's
copyrighted,
literally
isn't it?
opening the Star Wars theme. That needs to go.
Does this game have Tabletop Simulator, the metagame?
Oh,
That's the game where you spend the whole
that's
time discussing which game to
hilarious!
play.
You guys missed it. I'm so sorry. This video was taken down by YouTube for copyright claims. That's great and stupid.
I mean, it is Star Wars music.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
this point in time, it's probably more heavily enforced than it was when that was made.
Invite friends. Who's online right now? Mock in Tabletop Simulator. Along with a bunch of other people who are not in Tabletop Simulator. One of a kind and Davey are playing Age of Empires 2 still. He went live at like noon. It's been 9 hours. Dude.
Maybe you just need to go and win all the Age of Empires.
Davey keeps saying he gotta take a break, and then he goes and does another 10-hour stream.
Maybe
Anyway,
he should switch to Age of Empires 4.
turn off the intermission.
Or maybe number 3.
No
Does anybody
one's-
even play number 3?
It took less than a month for Age of Empires 2 to beat 4. I think 3 is beating 4 at this point.
I'm
so it's,
taking it,
yeah, just a random
or
deck.
just 4 looked like it could be impressive. I take it just didn't pan out that well. Is this a people like what they're used to, or is this
Okay, is there
4
a
isn't that
shuffle?
great?
Yeah, there's a shuffle. Cool. All right, so
Well, are there some games we
choose
have to
our
shuffle
hand.
manually?
Okay, so it's got unlimited of the player's hand. So we choose our our cards, and because in theory it's supposed to be we shuffle them. Next page.
Wait, you have to right click and click on menus? That sounds weird.
It takes some getting used to, but depending on the game, it is one of the better ways to play some of these. But obviously, if there's an official version, that's usually going to be
I
superior.
mean, there's a better way to play them, which is in person.
Well, yeah,
This
but
is not always an option.
let's just say Tabletop Sim got real popular in 2020.
Huh, weird. I
know,
wonder why I think
right?
got popular then.
Aren't the yellow ones supposed to have 2 numbers?
Uh,
Like it could be like a 2 or a 4 or something like that?
I think the yellow ones in this case are the random draws you just put on your side deck. This is probably best in KOTOR 1, not KOTOR 2.
Oh, yeah, okay. Those
Both
are
of you already know
those
how
are the
to play
ones.
this.
Okay, those are the ones that the game gives you. You
Yes.
make your deck.
Yep.
I see.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is you have some set points, and you can win sets,
Okay.
and you have a side deck, and you have a player
take
deck.
your favorite 6 cards. Whatever you want. I'd say house rule, limit it to no more than 2 of the same card or something, so you don't just stock up on -6 and +1.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
It means I played way too much Pazak when I really shouldn't have because I hate it.
You hate Pazak, or you...
I hate Pazak, that's why I played it constantly. It was a running gag.
What?
It's
Luck's great.
it's a mini game in KOTOR that is 100% luck based, and kept screwing me over. So naturally, I felt the need to play it constantly. Why do I have 28 cards in my deck and you have 6?
Great question.
I
You
don't
probably
understand.
grabbed an entire deck. I think you probably grabbed the entire 5 deck and the entire.
Oh yeah,
negative
you
5 and the
definitely...
entire +2.
He says, yeah, don't hoard all the -6s,
you-
so instead he
you-
hoards all
you
the
can-
-5s.
You can right-click search and grab the cards you want.
Nice.
How many is the deck? Is it 6
That
cards?
was 10.
10 cards? 10 cards. You're right.
I mean, you can read the instruction manual right there. Does this let you
What is
does this
that?
let you simulate the proper thing in tabletop where one person can read the instruction manual and then no one else can read it at the same time?
You can. There is a function called duplicate someplace. Yeah, clone. And now
That's
there are
cheating.
2 instruction manuals.
The fun of
Oops,
the
I
instructions is
accidentally
only one
cloned it
person
like
can
12
hold it.
times. Damn it.
The fun of instructions is only one person can hold it at a time. So while one person is actively trying to find a rule, no one else can look at the manual.
Delete. So now there are 2 copies of the rules in case we need them. Unfortunately, it's going to be hard to see the rules without some zooming in them. Yeah.
Is there not like an easier way for them to display the rules than a physical, well, a virtual physical copy?
With how Tabletop Sim works, no, not at all.
Of course.
I stole
I
one
mean,
of your -5s.
it makes the feeling, it
You
makes
want
it
some
more genuine, I
-5s?
guess. Hey, you have a -5.
Oh no, that's what I said. I stole one,
Oh,
but maybe I have two now.
I give up. I'm just gonna shuffle these and whatever. Shuffle. Okay, my 4 cards. Those are my
Alright,
4
see
cards
stream
for this
delay.
set.
So I'm assuming that Mach is the blue hand and Baron is the white hand, from my point of view.
Yeah, well, that's about to change. It should be because they're not technically blue and white because red means negative and blue means positive, and I don't know what
No,
the
I
white
mean like
does.
the little hand icon that moves around the screen.
Oh, yeah, for now. Although you can change your color. For example, I can change to red, or I can change to black as the Game Master. I'm going to change to red so it's less confusing. The Game Master lets you see hidden things, but it might let you cheat, so I'm not doing it. I do it as the DM when I'm DMing so that the players can't hide crap from me, because they totally do that.
Wait, do you all use Tabletop Simulator when you're a DM?
Yes. I host as the DM, everybody else plays.
And you're literally just playing a dice game.
Yep.
Can you get little figurines in the to go with the dice?
There are figurines you can get, yes. I think there are some default ones. Like we go to objects, and when you go to components, there are figurines. There are some default figurines, not a lot of them, and then you can, I believe, add in more via mods.
Is this game that you just pop in random components from any game into any game?
I'm assuming so. I'm not the most
Yes,
familiar with
yes.
the scripting. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
You should bring in a chess piece, just for the sake of it.
Oh, yeah, you can do that totally.
You need a knight to help you in Bazak.
Yeah, objects, components, player pawns. There's one that's literally just called chess, and it just has the chess pieces. Your choice of metal or wood. There's a bunch of dice, plastic and metal. There's a few
Definitely want metal.
figurines, including you can have custom figurine. There's Go pieces, including the Go board. RPG kit, which just has a ton of minifigures.
Yeah, that white metal knight looks great. That's
That
the one you
move.
want.
Hello, instructions. No! That reminds me, I gotta make my countermeasures someday.
Oh, you can get a boar. You can get a boar.
Yeah, you can make
It's very
anything bigger
important
or smaller at
that
any
we can see
time.
the rules.
So now the rules are the entire thing. You can also save at any time.
You can
And here
also
the
flip
biggest
table,
problem with-
which we shouldn't do.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was about to show that off, but I wanted to save before we did it. I always
I seem to recall some complaints about some versions of these is you could very easily drop pieces under the
Save.
table and then just lose them.
save game. Save slot 5. Can I rename this? Star Wars Bazak 5. We'll just call it Star Wars Bazak. New save, Star Wars Bazak. Yeah, you can see all the D&D ones. And then yeah, there is the flip table command.
See how long stream delay takes to show me that.
I guess this game is a void. And then you can just press the rewind time button and everything's fine.
Where is the table going?
It goes into the void.
But how was it here before then? What is it
It's
sitting
just,
on?
it's floating in the void.
Can you like rotate and see under the table?
Oh yeah.
Because maybe you dropped a piece.
This room is from KOTOR 2.
Oh nice.
Yeah, this is the space station.
That you're on
above the
after the
planet.
one thing.
The where they're like terraforming the planet because it got destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
This perspective is very weird though, with where they put the table.
Which is probably why you're not meant to ever look down there.
I get that this is a room from the game, but why is the table
Alright,
not on
do
the
we
floor
want to
of
actually
the
play
room?
the game?
Well, aren't you playing the game? Playing with the pieces is the most important part of any
Well, yes,
tabletop
exactly.
game.
As long as you're having fun, you're playing, right?
That's why you all buy digital. You buy the physical copy of Sight because you get
Alright.
all the mechs as like 3D figurines. They're great.
Crap, what's the shortcut for flipping over a card? What button is that?
Middle mouse
left
click,
click.
I think. Yeah, middle.
No, that zooms.
Middle mouse button.
That's what I'm saying, is that zoomed.
Oh.
Yours might be remapped, or mine are. One of the two. F.
Well, make sure you're
F.
like pushing
It's
in
F,
on it, not
or flip.
scrolling in.
Yeah, not scrolling, but
No, that's what I'm doing.
Wait,
Is
but
I did
scrolling
I did
rotates
click
the
and it
frame.
did a quick zoom.
Interesting.
Yep. So either mine is custom remapped or yours are, but the letter F makes sense to me because F flip, that makes sense, so that's fine.
You probably remapped that, and that's why it makes sense to you.
Exactly. I know myself. I remap things all the time. It's why Age of Empires 2 terrifies me because there are too many buttons in that game.
Well, Age of Empires 2 is one where you can be good at the game with the mouse, but in order to be great at the game, you need to know all the keyboard shortcuts. And there's way too many keyboard shortcuts.
You don't need to know all of them. You only really need to know like the most important 50 or so. And if
That's just too many.
The thing is, of those 50 include things like remap group 1, remap group 2. So it's like control 1, shift 1, and 1. And there's 10 of those for each. So that's 30 or 50 right there, is just how to assign group 1, how to select group 1.
Yeah, I did figure that out once. You could put all these things into a group
so
and
I
then
have
just massively
8.
produce units from that
Kazak's
group.
to 20, right? Yeah, 20. Okay, yeah.
20.
I know how to play this game. I play this game all the time. 10. I'm assuming we don't actually need to waste time with the calculators because we know how to count to 20.
Do you, though?
It says the calculator is for how many points you have, like how many hands you have.
Yeah. I mean this one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
Yep, that's what that's for. It's like, yeah, that's a waste of time. We can count to 20.
People can't count, which is why it's there.
And it's one thing in the kind of game. Oh, like I can draw. I'm safe. Oops. Yeah, if you hold down and click, it selects all of them. But if you quick, it just selects one. So that's something to keep in mind.
For those of us who have never played Pazak, what is going on?
You know blackjack?
That's a great point.
Nope, I have no idea.
Okay, the goal is to draw up to 20 without going over. The goal is to be the closest possible to 20 without going over. On your turn, you are allowed to place one of your 4 side deck cards.
Okay. Or you can draw a card, or...
You always draw a card, and then you can choose to either stay or you can choose to pass. Or sorry, so you can stay or you can choose to... basically, you can either choose to stand or you can choose to pass turn, and then next turn you draw a card. So, for example, Mach currently has 16, I have 11. I'm doing slightly better. Mach, if he wishes, could use a +1, which would get him a 17. You can use only 1 extra card per turn, and you only get them total. The goal is to whoever gets 3 victories first.
These extra cards you chose is just a little bonus to bring you up or down. If
All right, I'm at 17. I have 3 +2s and a -5 because my deck was so screwy. I'm going to just show it off. I'm going to do this, which gets me a 19-point total, and I'm going to freeze at that. So it's on Mach. Can you do better than 19? Can you get a 20?
Did you do like a +2
Mach
to go from 19 to 21?
has gone over, but with a -6, I think that is exactly 20.
20.
Nice. Both of us had to burn a card. Mach has 1 victory point.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
It means Mach...
I understand victory point, but the burn a card.
You only have 4 cards total across 3... The first person to get 3 points wins. Those 4 cards have to last you until someone gets 3 wins.
Which means it could last for up to 5 rounds.
Yeah, so for example, all these cards, the yellows, now go back in the hand pile. Whereas this will go into my discard pile. I can't use it anymore.
It will go like back up on the top?
Not until a new game starts.
Which means when you draw your next... That'd be like back all the way up on the top where you drew the numbers from.
Oh, yeah, no, not until... Well, I mean, yeah, we could have put it back there if you wanted to, really.
That's when I'm playing tabletop games, I'm always trying to... If I have to put pieces back in the box, I try to put them back in the box sorted just to save time and clean up.
We'll use KOTOR 2 rules, so this time Mach goes, as opposed to KOTOR 1 rules where player 1 always goes first. Which was dumb.
Were you player 1?
KOTOR 2 rules are better.
Yeah, KOTOR 2 rules are way better.
I prefer KOTOR 3 rules.
Same.
Did KOTOR 3 actually have Pazak? Was there Pazak in SOTOR?
I don't know.
I didn't even know there was a KOTOR
Probably.
3.
Yeah, it's called SOTOR, but people pretend it's a different game. It's definitely.
It absolutely is. The story kicks off from people just don't like the story. They're like, they don't like it, so they're like pretending like it isn't a KOTOR game when it absolutely is.
I understand if you like or don't like it. I stopped caring for it a long time ago. People tell me, "Oh, just I don't want to play SOTOR. It's long and I don't really enjoy it." I enjoyed a couple of the books, and that was about it. All right. So you drew an 8. I drew a 3. Yeah, I'm just remaking my side deck, which will not involve this +2, so that's going to go away. I will not have 3 +2s.
Yeah, 3 plus 2s doesn't seem very good.
No, it's not.
When you flip over the card, do you have the choice to keep it or not? Is that why you don't just flip it over directly onto your grid?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, yeah, I should be doing that is why.
Yeah, so you flip over yellow, then you have the choice if you want to play one of your side deck cards or not.
But yeah, good. But I should
can only play one.
So, like for going over, you don't actually go over until you place the yellow cards into your grid.
So you don't actually go over until you end your turn while having too many.
Okay.
So if I get a yellow card, then I have the and I go over, I have the choice to play a card. And if I play a card that will take me under, then I'm fine. But if I end my turn, then I'm dead.
I see.
Okay, 11664. So I want a -3.
This game is also a bit more interesting when you have in the actual game, both in the first and second game, they have cards that could be played
13.
as more than one different value.
Yes, those are more interesting.
And that makes the game a bit more
The positive, negative cards as well, but the game probably was like, we can't know how to handle this.
I mean, you could handle it in this pretty easily, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Although I think that your victory points is supposed to be on the top calculator for the record, just because that's the one that only has plus or minus 1.
Most likely.
And the bottom is to add up your 21.
Yeah, that's my guess too.
Especially with the plus or minus, I could see it being useful.
So
you
that's
play
why
like a
current
+2,
set points is how
-4.
many points are actually on your current deck. Alright. Yeah, gamble! Oh, come on! Screw you! Your move, Mock.
You're at 14. I
Yeah.
probably should have just stopped. But
wonder
I
if I can
didn't.
buy
I was
those
gonna
little
say that
calculators.
seems risky, but it might work out. That's like your
What
only
would you
option.
call
Yeah, you
what
should
a-
probably call it.
I'm gonna stop at 18.
Yeah, exactly. Stop at 18, whereas I'm at 14, so I'm gonna keep going.
Wait.
What
is
would you
this
call
18?
those calculators, which just have the plus and the minus buttons on them?
Yeah,
Do they
those
have a name?
Those are just, I forget what they're called.
I feel like I need some of those.
Yeah, they're
They'd be
nice.
useful in a lot of games.
Count clocks. My players in D&D use them for calculating their HP. I don't appreciate it because it takes a lot of click spam, but they think it's funny, so I want to tell them no.
I mean, if you could get one with like a +5 and a +10 button in addition to the
God
+1,
damn it!
that'd be super convenient.
7, 10, 13, 14, 15.
I'm finding actual clocks when I Google count. Well, when I search on Amazon
Ha
count.
ha
clock.
ha! 20! I'll let you double count.
Alright.
I don't know what this white thing is or where it came from. Oh, actually, I know where this came from. No, I don't.
they have
I
a
thought it came
different
from the
name?
bottom of that. No, it doesn't. I don't know where this came from. I don't know where this is from. It's
Yeah, I
going
don't think
over here
count
now.
clock is the official name. I'm finding actual clocks for that.
Alright, so that goes back in my deck. Oh, no, that doesn't.
I don't know. I'll find it one day. You have a lot of cards there, Baron.
Yep. Alright, my side deck is down to only 2. Apologies. Just
Which means
making
maybe
sure
you're
it's all
winning.
over. We both have 1 game.
You need to believe in yourself.
8. We both have
Believe
1
in the heart
game,
of
and
the
we both
cards.
have 2 cards left.
Although your cards are both positive, which is probably not as good.
Yeah,
I
they're
feel like
both
having
positive
more
too,
negative
which
than one is.
Negative.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
negative.
think negative are a little bit better.
I feel like negative is better because going over is a bigger problem than needing just a little boost.
18 plus 2 freeze 20.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is where you play your +1, right? But you didn't keep any +1s.
This is he has 15
You
now.
You're playing to 20, not 21.
Yeah.
Oh, you played a 20. Okay.
Yeah, blackjack's 21. Pazaka is 20 because it is a legally distinct entity.
You see, this is where you play your +1 just to flex and show I can go to 21.
That's not what I want to see.
No.
I think you have 13.
And I lose.
He went over 21 and can't, or 20 and can't go down. Yeah, 18.
Yeah, that 3 is really rough.
Mm-hmm.
If it was 14,
it's
we would
low.
have tied.
Yep.
Some of these numbers are a little hard to see with the table angle.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, if it was a 4.
The 6s and 8s all look the same.
I'll zoom in a bit. That should help. There, that should help a lot. Yeah, Tabletop Sim, it's clumsy, but it's very usable.
You can also
for
change
what it's
the
trying to
table
do,
angle.
it does very well.
Yes, you can. I can change the table angle if I wanted to. And there's also other tables you can choose to use, but most, like, I have a couple custom tables that are like custom homemade tables just because they're bigger. Because the default only sits up to 6 players, and I wanted one that went more than 6 players. Some of my players have a wide profile with how much shit they have on their table. Because half of them use D&D. They don't have character sheets. They just have tablets to load D&D Beyond for their character sheet.
Wait, you mean like in-game? They
Yes.
pull up an in-game tablet to load up a website.
Yep. And the funny part of a Tabletop Simulator is you have to pre-approve websites every single time you load. So every time I load this thing, I have to press 3, yes, approve. You can load the D&D Beyond website. I trust D&D Beyond. Your move, Mock.
I mean, it makes sense because you're pulling up the website on everyone's screen. It makes sense you'd have to approve it.
Yes. I just
Doesn't
like that
it
I
almost
approve
feel
it.
like
I just can't pre-approve one that I've approved. Like it's like I've approved this URL at this point over 30 times, I think. Because I just realized I've been playing that.
I
D&D
just question why
sessions
you
that
don't
long.
pull it up on like another. I guess maybe not everybody has 2 monitors.
Not everybody has 2 monitors. And not everybody's
Everyone
compu-
should have 2 monitors.
Also, not everybody's computer can support that many things at once. This way, it's at least all in the game, so it's being hosted on my system and not theirs.
I just have 3 monitors.
All right, it's my turn. Yeah.
More powerful that
I was
way.
like, why aren't you drawing? Oh, right.
Remember, Mock,
It was your turn, but yeah,
this
that's
is
fine.
this
Now
is a
it's
high
your
pressure round for you. If you lose the game.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. Whereas if I lose, it's going to be basically every single game of Pazak. The amount of times I was ahead 2-1 and then still lost, and you had to keep playing. I'm pretty sure part of the problem is the RNG. Yeah, I'm a hold at 19. That is not a risk worth taking because there's only a 1 in 10 chance, and one of the ones is already taken, so...
You say you're going to hold at 19, you have 10 right now in my game.
Yep.
So, maybe you'll get to 19 eventually.
Mock got 20. We're tied 2-2.
Player +2.
Yeah, that's why I'm using the other calculator, Mock.
Wait, why is the... Oh, okay.
Because I think this one's supposed to be you add your total. You do plus minus.
Yeah, wait, either way.
It works either
I
way.
really need one of those.
It's
Did
just-
you... Isn't that 2 games for me and 1 for you?
No, I won a game by spending a card to get exactly 20, and then you went over a game later.
Yeah, but the first game I won, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you each have 2 wins.
We each have 2 wins.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And that means this game decides all unless we tie, in which case we have to keep going.
We couldn't have done that messier than we did.
No, we could not have. Especially because they were not flipped over, so it showed it as 2 separate decks. Oh, right, you can just shake it to shuffle. You don't have to actually right-click shuffle. I'm so used to
Yeah.
right-clicking. Alright. Whoops.
Oh, it's... yeah.
Do we want to go simultaneous play? we both select a card and then we flip it over at the same time? It's true tension?
Sure.
Screw the rules! And I keep accidentally grabbing the entire damn deck. Oh, god damn it, not again. 19 again.
Player +2.
15. And I win. Mock busted. -1. Okay, you only have 24. Hello, Ayla. Did you hear me having fun and decided you need to have fun too? I also just realized I should probably zoom out a bit because I forgot that I'm by default zoomed in a level on the table.
Alright, keywords for anybody watching the stream trying to find one of these. Digital counter is the thing you can look up, or tally counter.
Oh yeah, tally counter. Yeah, I'm used to I'm just used to them being like win counters. That's what I usually see them as, is games that have things like these sorts of micro wins. Should we go again, Mock?
Sure.
I really want one that has a plus and a
And hey,
minus
Night
button.
Miner, how would you like to be the one doing this?
Doing what?
You're in charge of my game now. You decide whether to play or not.
Sure. Because I totally know what I'm doing. And by that I
That's
mean
the
I'll
fun.
just...
You don't need to know what you're doing. All right. I'll just give you the default hand that I have, so you don't have to go pick your favorite 10 cards unless you really
No,
want to.
I definitely want a -6 and a -5 and a -4.
I got those. Don't worry. I have some of
All
those.
minuses.
Yeah, we need a -1 just in case.
Oh, I don't have one of those. You want me to swap one in?
We don't need any. Can we get a +1? We probably need a +1.
Here's my current hand. +1, +1, +2, +3, +4, -6, -6, -5, -4, -3. In my opinion, the statistically most useful cards.
That's a lot of cards. Aren't you only getting 4?
You randomly draw 4 from these 10.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we definitely want some minuses. -1 I could see being useful, but definitely the big minuses are probably more useful.
Yeah, I'd say big minuses and small positives, in my opinion. Because a big positive is more likely to screw you over because you'll go over, whereas a small negative is more likely to be useless.
Big positive will be very niche usefulness,
The
while
positive
a big
6 is almost
negative,
never nice.
a big negative can save you from a big problem.
Yep. Theoretically, you just go with like all -5, -6, +1, +2, but by default rules at the start of the game, that's not possible. That's what I'm kind of mimicking here is a brand new starting player who just has the default 2 of everything deck.
Yeah, when it comes to...
All right, so we have... Oops, I accidentally did it again.
I'm
It's
assuming
click
you
and
click
drag.
some sort of shuffle button, and then you can click some other button, and you get your 4 cards.
Yep, exactly. So, shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, 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 boop.
See, what I really want is tally
-6,
counters with a
-4,
+1 and a
+4, +1.
+5.
Not the best.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. All right, Mock, would you like to go first, or should I go first this time?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, we want
3.
to draw a card on our turn.
3. Interesting.
All right, Night Miner, you got a 1.
We should keep it.
You have no choice. Once you draw it, you have to keep it.
Oh yeah, but I don't think we should freeze yet. We should keep going.
You don't want to freeze at a 1 and give Mock an automatic victory?
That seems wise.
All
Okay, let's keep-
right. 5.
We should keep going.
Okay. Anything 10 or under,
What's the
you just
largest
keep
card we can
going.
get?
What?
What's the largest card we can draw?
10. Largest
I'm
is 10.
freezing
What's the
on a
smallest?
20.
Is there any 0?
No, 1 through 10.
All right.
So the general rule of thumb is if you're 10 or below, always keep going.
Yeah, that seems like a good rule.
9.
What does that put us at? I can only see the first
No,
2
it's
cards
4.
you
Oh,
pulled.
sorry. 4, 4, 1, 9.
Oh, okay. I thought you grabbed a 9. It's like,
No.
that's
No. 9 total. 19.
Let me
Mock
refresh to hope we put-
throws at 20. We need to spend a card to tie. If we stop now and just freeze, Mock wins. We could spend a card to tie, or we can gamble on a 1 in 10 chance of getting a 1 card.
I feel like spending
It's
a
also-
card to
there's
tie
also
is
a
a better
chance-
move.
If you got a 5 or a 7, then you also would get a
That is
20.
true.
Yeah, although I think that I'd rather save the minus cards for later. The +1 has a little less usefulness. This seems like a good place to use the +1.
And Mock's just hoping that we go over, I think.
So we're at what, 19 right now?
Because that's still 3 in 10 odds versus 7 in 10 odds in Mock's favor.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're at 19, so the +1 puts us at 20.
Yeah, that seems like a better move right here.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mock is
+1
correct that, yeah,
is
you're right,
useful,
there
but not
are
that
a
useful.
couple of options, but they're not very good ones.
The other ones are higher risk because there's a possibility we'll go over still, and those minus cards could save us later when we take a small risk.
Yep.
I'd rather not use them for a big risk.
All right, this time Night Miner goes first.
Right, we should draw a card. We should
Mock
have
trying
freeze
to
at
steal
0.
our card. 1!
No, I feel like freezing at 0 is a good play. 1 again? Wow.
Yep.
Some
All
of
right.
these counters are way overly fancy.
7, total of 8. We'll keep going.
Like, I totally need a compass on my tally counter.
Mock is at 17.
That's not a
Night
good
Miner,
place
I
to
just
start.
realized what I can do. I can do something that might help you have more live viewing. I can also stream the game in Discord, and you can be watching that instead.
That might be easier. Because I keep refreshing, and I think I'm still like 10 seconds behind.
Alright, I am now live in Discord and on Twitch at the same time.
Means I'll stop watching Twitch.
We keep watching Twitch for the viewer.
Well, I mean, I'm on Twitch, but I'm currently paused, so I don't know if that counts as a viewer or not.
You haven't left yet, but Twitch has like a minute delay on my viewers. There. Yeah, Mock, are you gonna freeze at 17 or are you gonna keep going?
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Night
Discord
Miner,
is
that's our
loading.
third card. Oh,
Hold on,
Discord's loading?
Discord is loading the stream. Maybe I should just keep Twitch open for now.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, Night Miner, we're at 17. Do we wish to keep going? Of note, unless we draw a 10, we can play the -6. So
Let's see. We're at 17. There's 3 cards that are useful to us, and there are 7 cards that will go over, right?
yes, but
Yeah.
we have a -4 and a -6, so
I also think, keep in mind the fact that I'm also at 17 and I have to draw because I committed to that.
yep.
So there's a pretty good chance that I go over right now.
Mm-hmm. And if he gets a 10, we instantly win.
Let's see. He has a -6 at his largest, so he could go over up to.
Up to 9.
So he could get a 9. Okay, so he's got a.
He's got the same odds we do. Almost the identical cards, even.
So basically, he has a 1 in 10 chance of losing,
It's-
and he has a 9 in 10 chance of still
Continue.
being in the game, possibly having to spend one of his cards.
But then a 9 or an 8 would get him a 20, whereas a 9 or a 7 gets us a 20. Alternatively, a 3 gets either of us a 20 without spending a card.
I feel like holding off might be the best idea here. Force him to spend a card for this win if he wants it.
So just freeze.
Yeah, freezing at 17.
Okay,
I don't know if it's a
freezing at
good move. That's
17.
what we're doing.
Mock your move. Don't die. He won. Spent a card for a
Wait.
victory.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
Yep, 26. Yep, that's 20. Mock wins.
I expect him to win, but now he's been forced to spend a card for that one.
Every
So
now
we have
and
an
then
extra
that's
card.
useful.
I don't know if that's useful, but that's what we got.
For hypothetical speak, oh, he put his cards in the deck already. Oh no, he only put. So what would the card have next been? Just for the sake of science. No, that was the one, so it would have been this one. It would have also been a 9. We would have tied.
I think that might have been the card.
Oh, then you
So
had
it's this one. This one.
a 1. Oh, wouldn't have mattered.
Well, you would have gotten a 9. Oh, I
wait,
guess
no.
no. Sorry, you
No,
would have
you
gotten
got the
a
9. So what were your cards? Your cards were 10, 7, 17, 9. So it would have been a 3.
No, this 3 I had.
You had a 3.
Yeah.
My Discord just not
no,
letting the
no, you
stream
didn't
go.
because you had 10 plus 7 plus 9.
No, you're right. You're right.
So
you're
the
right.
3
It
would have been
3.
Night Miner. You turned
would've
down a
been
3.
3.
You would have gotten a 20 without spending
You
a
would have
card.
gotten a 20. That's true. You would have
Oh,
tied.
it's very unfortunate.
Yep.
But are you presuming to see the future?
No, that's literally what the next card was. The
You know what they
next
say
card we
about
drew.
trusted people who claim to see the future?
Now the deck is
What did
shuffled,
it
so it
say?
doesn't matter. Alright, your move, Mock. I just think that's funny that, hey, Night Miner. You can't do that in the actual game. They never let you know what you would have done. But in this case, we're like, oh, what card would you have gotten? You would have gotten a perfect without having to spend a card. So it would have been a tie, and Mock would have still lost a card. Ah, well. I'm assuming
honestly-
you're freezing at 3.
Honestly, we could have went over, and we would have lost anyways. So I
It's-
could have just went
it's
over without
possible.
spending a card. Is probably the better idea there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
No.
freeze.
Freeze at 19?
Yep.
Alright, Night Miner, we're at
got
9. Keep going.
One of those is a 9. Is he an 8 and a blob?
Yeah, we're at 3, 6, 1, 10. Keep going. 20!
Nice.
Wait, did you just get a 10 card?
Just got a 10. We got 20.
There we go.
We
We
win.
should freeze at
Oh, sorry,
20.
Night Miner wins. Not me.
Are you sure you don't want to draw?
Yeah,
The
I'm
game,
sure.
you are not allowed to draw after 20. The game won't
That's
let
true.
you by default.
Yeah, by the
This
way,
game-
the Discord
The
stream
game
is
will not let you
working at
commit
all.
suicide in Kazakh.
This game is much better with like the little like boop sounds that happen in the game.
It is.
Does
It's
the
true, it's
KOTOR
true.
2 version have multiplayer?
No.
No.
So that's the one advantage is
Disappointing.
you can play against another human.
I bet
Honestly, you could
they
probably
have.
play this.
I bet they have it in SWOTOR.
How
And
many
that
are
might
there
help.
of each card in the main
Well,
deck?
let's look up. Let's see what Google says.
Honestly,
Does
you could probably do this with a regular deck of
SWTOR
cards.
have surprisingly not a Google search that's common. It must not have it. SOTOR has virtual currency, 7 years, has gone unscathed against Raw's regulation. Bazak much minor version of this, there's no physical monetary exchange. Oh! They don't have Bazak because SOTOR has in-game currency, and they're worried that Bazak would be using the in-game currency and make actual gambling.
What if you just don't let them?
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing is, you can theoretically even buy things that like. There's a way to theoretically do it. I don't know about SOTOR. I know that like in Lord of the Rings Online, for instance, you can buy items that just give you a bunch of gold. And so you could, and so the only way to do it is to have it be completely decoupled from any in-game currency. Which, why are you even gambling at that point?
I do feel because if they're gonna do it, you'd want to let players trade cards because that's kind of part of the whole thing. In the KOTOR games, is you can trade.
Yep. And they would need to make sure that they don't have it be like, oh, you could go to the in-game store, like the monetization store, and buy good cards, because then everyone's gonna just hate it. Too realistic.
I found an option way better than a digital counter, which is a mechanical counter.
All right. Oh, nice.
Everything's
All
better
right,
when it
Night
has
Miner,
gears
your
and
first card
stuff.
is a 10.
Ah, yes, we should keep going.
Yeah, after the first card, you always keep going. You'll never go bankrupt on second card. If you're
You
lucky, you'll get
underestimate
2
my
10s in
power.
a row. Got an 11. Should we keep going?
You got a 1? Yeah, we should keep going.
Okay.
No one stops at 11.
We got a 21.
21. What can we do at 21? We got minus
We are
4 and a
required
minus
to,
6.
if we want to keep going, we are required to play a negative. -6 or -4, your choice.
I'd say the minus. What's Mock at right now? He's
10.
got a 6 and a 4.
10. And
Go
I
with
have
the
way
minus
less
6.
cards to play.
You go 6?
Like we're
6
kind
does
of,
give you more options, and we can play the 4, just not on the same turn.
Yeah, do the -6. I feel like it's the better move here.
Okay. Which is unfortunate, because we could have theoretically done like the -6 and then the +4, but you know. Alright, let's see what this is. Because you wanted to keep going after the 15, right?
Okay, so right now we're at 15. Yeah, we'll do at least 1 more.
17.
What is that? 17 versus he has 13?
Yes.
So he could get 4 cards would. So 1 card
He
would
can't
tie
possibly
us.
break next
3
game.
cards would put us over. He's at 13, so the -5 prevents him from breaking.
Yep. He could not possibly lose next turn. He would just have to burn a card in some cases. The only card that would get him an exact 20, of course, is a 7. But, you know.
Meanwhile, here we have 15, 17. So 1 more card is going to put us 3 chances of good things or 7 chances of going over.
Mm-hmm. And we're at 17, so an 8, 9, or 10 kills you instantly.
I feel like freezing here is a safer move.
Okay, we'll freeze.
Could lose this round again, but if the only way we're going to lose this round is if Mock's at no
19.
cards.
I freeze.
You just got to get to exactly 19 without spending a card.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, all right, next 2 rounds, we're not going to play it safe.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no point playing it safe anymore because Mock's going to spend that last card to win.
It comes
Assuming
down
he spends it.
to this round. Yeah.
Yep. Welcome to why I don't usually play Bazak, because, yeah, it's a bit of stats, but mostly it's just RNG BS. And by don't usually play Bazak, I mean played Bazak so many times to the point that I had viewers asking me, like, why do you keep doing this? Because I have to. It's a running joke, and it's very
You mean
dull.
me, where I would alternate between why are you still playing Bazak and you should go play Bazak?
Yep, pretty much. Alright, we got a 1 Nightmare. Keep going.
Actually, you know what? We should stop here.
Okay.
No, we should keep going.
Oh, are you freezing, Mock?
I feel like the right answer is to freeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just get?
He got a 9
I'm
and a
ahead.
10.
I'm ahead. So even if you win, I get
Yeah,
another round.
exactly.
Yeah.
You have no
He's
reason.
at what? 16 or 18?
19.
19.
19.
Yep.
Yeah, the 6, 8, and 9 all look like the same sort of blob on this screen.
Because you're on your phone.
I know I'm on desktop. It's just the quality's not very good at that angle.
I can see it. It's the reason I usually read text in RPGs. Okay, 8. We'll keep going.
We definitely keep going until we're over 10. 14.
We have to keep going. We have no choice. If we go over, we lose. But if we stop now, we still lose.
Oh yeah, we still lose. So I'm just thinking, like, at 14, the +4 isn't quite enough to win, so we have to keep going.
How about a 20?
Yeah, 20 is good.
Okay, we'll stop at 20. Wait, that's not 20. Yeah, that's 20. That's 20.
You're not allowed to get 20.
Natural 20. No need to spend a card. And by we, I mean Night Miner. That was all Night Miner. That ain't me.
I mean, it was you were the one doing the drawing, and honestly, the drawing won this game.
It was the Force.
All right. I was like, wait a second, why are we going first on round 5? Oh, wait, because the very first round was a tie.
Yeah, it turns out there's a lot of counters on Amazon, but not any that look quite like what I want.
Yeah, that's relatable.
I just want a +1 button and a +5 button.
Night Miner, we're at 13. Keep going.
Yeah, wait, how are we at 13 already when Mock has no cards? Is that much stream delay?
5. Yeah, there's that much stream delay, that's how.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
5, 8 versus 10, 3.
Okay.
Has Discord loaded for you at this point?
Yeah, we should keep going. No, Discord just wasn't at all.
Okay, I'm going to kill it then because there's no reason to waste resources streaming on 2 separate systems. It's like
we should keep going from 13.
Almost nobody else could even play that, so... Alright.
There's almost no way Mock stops at 13.
In order to keep going, we must play the -4.
We should play in the -4. There's no reason not to.
Then do we stop at 18? We have no more negative cards, so at 3 or higher, we instantly lose.
Although, if we look at what Mock has right now, he's at 13.
And has a -5.
And has a -5.
He's in a better position than we are card-wise, because, yeah, our +4 isn't nearly as useful. But again, statistically...
What number are we at again?
We are at 18.
So the +4 isn't going to save us here.
No.
So this is where we do a little sneaky move, and our +4... Well, look, it's a +2. I wonder how that happened.
And this is why I'm in charge of the cards. Oh, look at that! The table broke and flipped.
Okay, I thought we flipped the table.
Okay. Rewind time is great.
Oh, it was cool where it like slowly expanded the boards.
Yeah. No, I've played this enough with enough people who flip the table constantly. I'm kind of used to the rewind time function. All right. Do we want to freeze Night Miner? Yeah, you can disable
the ability to. Yeah.
Yeah, I can, but I'm just used to keeping backups at this point. And my players
exactly. Where were we?
Do we want to freeze at 18, or do you want to keep playing?
I feel like we have to keep playing because if we freeze, we're going to lose here.
If we keep playing, odds are much better of us losing.
Well, okay. So he's currently got 13. He's got 13. 7 or higher, he'll be doing good.
6
still.
or 7 he wins. 5 he ties. I'll be honest though, I don't think Mock is going to try to keep going if he gets an 18 too, when he could just get a new round, given that he has a better hand. Could be wrong, but I don't feel like Mock's going to keep going on an 18 if we've already frozen.
I don't think I'm going to keep going on an 18.
But still, like, okay, at a 17, he'll keep going because he doesn't want to lose.
Well, he has no choice. He has to go.
Yeah.
So do we keep going or do we freeze and hope for a knockout? Because the deck can go either way.
It could.
I'll admit, this is way more fun not being the one in charge.
Let's put all the pressure on Mock. We'll freeze.
Okay. It's all up to you, Mock. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
And Mock draws a 10.
Draws a 3. 16.
That's really bad for me.
That is really bad for you. Because you need to keep going, but that means your 5 won't save you.
18.
Oh, man.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah, so I guess we tie.
Alrighty.
We tie.
Although for this last round, Mock is definitely in the better position card-wise.
Yep.
But it does give you an opportunity to actually use your 4.
Yeah, so if we get to a 16 or even a 15, probably would just play the +4 and then stop.
Hang on, I think I put one of my cards in there. No,
It's 40. I thought you did too, but
no. Oh, I see what happened. This card goes here. All right. Mock goes first. Round 7 of 5.
nice.
Round
Pretty
7.
strong
Yeah.
start.
1. I think I tied 2 or 3 times in a row was the most I did in KOTOR 1. KOTOR 2 I rarely did because my hand was so strong it was almost impossible not to.
Actually, I
I'm
don't know.
trying to think. How many
I
are
don't
there
know.
of each number in this game? I guess with 40 cards,
4 of
there's
each.
I think
4 each?
there's 4 of each. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can honestly do this with a regular deck of cards.
Oh, you could easily.
You could.
That's part of the point. Regular deck of
The,
cards, and then these are your modifiers.
The plus and minus, you might need some. You have like a king, queen, jack,
Well, there's
and
the thing.
joker, which is
These
not
aren't
regular.
shuffled in with the regular decks. They can honestly be anything. Just point calculators, like tokens.
As long as you know what they are. Oh yeah, tokens,
just
I guess.
like easy, positive color tokens. What are you saying, Mock?
I was wondering like what the best thing to get like as an opening card, as the random cards is, because it is
10.
good to get like a low number, so that you can like delay
Yeah.
it and see what your opponent if your opponent stops at a number.
Mhm.
Nope, you
At the
get 10
same
for the
time,
first card, 10 for
The
the
low
second.
the low numbers are not very good in terms of like odds of actually getting you there.
See, we're at 11. We're doing good.
Yep. You want to keep going, or you want to freeze at
Oh,
11?
definitely. We're not freezing at 11. He's got 11.
He could get
Tie
a.
game.
Even
If
if
we
he gets,
stop
he could
now,
get a 10, and
any-
he'd still win with that -5.
Yeah, any card he draws in the next
Whereas
round
if
would
we
win
get a
then.
10, we instantly lose.
Oh, no, we're not getting a 10.
It's your move, Mock. Ooh, 17.
Oh, don't worry, we can beat that.
He does have a -5 too. So do you want to keep going or to freeze?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did we just get a 17?
No, we're not.
I got
he
a
went first.
17.
Oh, he got. Okay, good, good. So we're not getting to 17. We're going to be at 16.
I feel like I have to keep going.
All right.
17's a really hard number to be on.
17, yeah, 16, 17 is literally like the worst. Especially, I think 17 might be literally the worst. 14. We could play the +4 and
Play
have
the +4 and
18.
freeze.
All right, 18 freeze.
We have the +4.
We
might
probably
as
don't have
well
much
use
better
it.
chance to use the 4, so might as well freeze at 18. That worked out last time. Pressure's all on you again, Mock.
You're an 18? Oh no.
Yep. So you gotta go. Oh, did you go over? 26. You went
Yeah.
over. You lose.
His -5's not enough.
21.
There we go.
Mock.
Hey, don't worry, you won blackjack.
But I would have. I feel better though because like I would have still lost if I
No, but
stayed
don't.
at 17.
Yep.
So
So you had no choice.
That +4
the
saved
deck
the
screwed
day.
you over no matter what. All right, that was Pazak. Unless Mock wants to do one more round. Actually, this is,
maybe
the last round would be me versus Night Miner technically.
sure if you want to do that.
You want to do one more round, Night Miner, or you good?
I don't know. Maybe I could do that.
Do you want to make a deck real quick?
Well, let's see. We probably want. How many cards am I supposed to take? 10?
10, no more than 2 of any individual card.
With 10, we definitely want a -6, a -5, a -4, a -3, a -2, and then a -1, a +1, a +2, a +3, and a +4.
You say that slower.
Everything except +5 and +6.
He wants one
Just
of
one
everything.
of
It's not a
everything?
+5 or a +6.
Yeah, one of everything except +5 and +6. Why have 2 of something when you can have more variety?
And then yeah, I'm gonna mess with my deck a bit too. Tweak it a little. I ditched my -3 and +4 for a -5 and a +2. Stack those odds
Yeah.
a bit.
So this is Night Miner's deck right here.
Cool. And then I think I
Yep,
put a
I
+4
see.
in yours by accident. Not that it matters.
Yeah, none of those cards if you want to take them. I was just kind of sorting them.
That's fair. I'm gonna put them away so that it looks neater.
Yeah.
Keep the board
that's good.
clean. Not that it really matters because we can just load a fresh copy of this board from the start anytime.
That's a good
Which
point.
that's the thing about Tabletop Simulator that's cheating. Half the fun of playing tabletop games is taking them out, putting them away, and arguing over which ones to play.
No, that's my least favorite part is the putting away.
But you can still have the arguing over which one to play because they have
Alright.
that screen which shows you all the games you have installed.
Yeah, and they still get that.
Oh yeah, and considering you can have even more theoretically, and they're easier to set up, so theoretically there could be even more arguing. -6, -6, -4, +1. That's a good spread.
Don't worry, my spread's gonna be better.
+2, -4, +1, +3.
Okay, that's not better.
All right, so off to a great
That's
start.
not better.
It's officially impressive because you've only got 4 positives and you got 3 of them.
Yep.
I did shuffle the deck beforehand, so yeah. I also just realized something. I should probably have music
Although,
playing while I do this.
Those are all low positives.
This
so
is the kind of
it's a
game
pretty
that
good place to
probably
be.
needs background music.
That's fair.
I mean, you could just hum some.
Do 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 do. Taco shell half pipe. Let's go. Let me know if the music's too loud. Okay, right, you probably both have me muted. Never mind. Anyone else in chat? Let me know if the music's too loud. All right, I will go first. Because the problem is the music's already at like 10%, so can't really get much quieter.
Which you shouldn't necessarily do, but is to do like anime music, because a lot of Japanese companies don't really go after copyright stuff in other countries.
You say that, but depending on the anime,
yeah,
they'll take your entire
don't-
stream down.
Don't steal don't steal music.
Yeah, don't steal music. The reason I play
You
this is
wouldn't
'cause
download a car.
I like Popsky's the guy who made my main stream
Oh,
theme,
technically, I have
and his
downloaded
music
the
he
car
literally
once.
says like it's designed for people to use while streaming and stuff, so because he'll never DMCA
I work
ya,
on cars, so I've downloaded cars all the time.
as long as you buy it. All right, Night Manor, it's your turn to draw. Do you want me to do it, or do you want Mock to do it? If you're okay with that, Mock. Did we lose Night Manor?
Is Baron muted again? I see his lips moving on stream, but I don't hear him.
Ah,
Yeah, we'll do it.
that might be a thing.
RTC connecting. And remember the whole thing where because of the stream delay they might not actually, but yeah, no. Yep, RTC is having issues. Go reboot Discord quickly. RTC connecting. Seriously, I do Discord plus games all the time. Why is it Tabletop Simulator that's giving me the headache of all things? This is not a very intensive game. Yep, here we go. RTC connecting Discord. Restart the Discord app and your PC. Change date and time. Restart your... Well, it's not... I think... Okay, so these are just literally just standard. Clearing your computer network cache. Oh, but that's only if you're using web-based Discord. Check your VPN. I'm not using a VPN. Come at me, every single sponsored stream. Come at me, Surfshark. I can take ya. God damn it, Mock! What the hell? How rude. This is the second time I am rebooting it. Although from the looks of it, it didn't really reboot properly, so I'm going to actually completely reset the application, I may not say. Yeah, I did that multiple times, but I think it's not really rebooted. It's open in the background. So we're going to actually end task on every single one of the applications. That should fix it. Can hear the music at least. Oh, I bet I know what it was. I bet just... Damn it. Half. We'll call that a half. I bet the application needed a reboot to install something. Because when I opened it up on my phone recently, it installed. Yep. Hello.
Hello? Oh, hey, you worked. I was going to tell you to, like, close, because Discord, if you close it, doesn't actually shut down.
Yeah, that's what I realized. Is like, it's not actually closing, so I went to Task Manager and force closed.
If you go to your taskbar on the bottom, there's a little arrow button you can click there, which usually all the programs are open in the background. You can find Discord and close it there.
Yeah, I like Task Manager though because it feels cathartic to go like, die. This is my death note.
It's even better in Linux because you can be like, kill-9. Just like, the word kill just, you know, evokes emotions.
I mean, Windows, you can use command prompt in Windows and do a task kill.
Night Miner, do you want myself or Mock to take care of your cards?
Either one. I mean, the cards are going to move, and honestly, this game doesn't have anything secret going on, so...
I'll do it just because it'll probably be faster if the same person does it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
1. I'm assuming you want to keep going after a 1. 13, I'm going to keep going. 7, I'm assuming you want to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that put me at 8.
22.
You should just give up there. You can't come back from a 22.
Yeah,
Minus 4 and I freeze. So freezing at 18.
What are you freezing at?
18.
18. Wow, that's rough. Why don't you keep going? Because I'm only at
9.
8 right now.
You're at 9 now.
Oh, you got a 9.
You just got a 9. You're at 18. If you play a +1 or a +2, your choice, you win.
I think the +1's a little more useful, so let's play the +2.
20, you win.
Hey, look at that.
Congrats.
The +1 can help bring me from a number that's tying you to a number that's ahead of you.
Exactly.
Or it could bring me from a 19 to a 20. The +2 won't help me with a 19.
Yeah, that's why I always say that the small positives are better than the big positives. +6, yeah, and then the same for the negatives, where it's like -1, -2 aren't going to help you if you're at a +3 already over.
Well, that's what I need, is a Geiger counter. I actually don't need a Geiger counter.
No, you don't.
Are you planning any nuclear experiments?
Right.
Well, I was looking up digital counter, and a Geiger counter is technically a digital counter.
Yes, it is. 1, I'm assuming you want to keep going.
Oh, yeah, let's keep
9,
going.
I'm going to keep going. 7, I'm assuming you want to keep going.
Keep
going.
Life total.
11,
chunks
I'll
of
keep
uranium that you put on top of the Geiger counter.
Night Miner, you're at a 16. What do you want to do? Freeze? Play the +3?
Play my +3 and then stop.
At 19, alright.
Yep. You can't beat a 19. Hey, I've
9,
got these plus
10,
I need to
11,
use
12,
them.
13, 14.
You can't defeat
24. -6, but I can't play 2 cards. I gotta keep going. 7. Hang on a second. Let's actually count. 10, 20, 31 -6 is 25. And I can do -6 again to reach 19. I want to make sure that was
An
right.
expensive round for you.
Yes,
you
it was. That was a very expensive round.
I think I would have just
Die.
conceded and saved my 2 cards, but you know,
yeah,
that works too.
I should have too, but
that
hey,
was an expensive
for the
tie.
content.
It is content.
It is content.
Which means now I officially have better cards than you, because I still have my +1, just like you, but I have a -4 still.
And you're up 1 game, so yeah, you're definitely ahead. All
But
right.
this is Pizak, where anything can happen.
Oh yeah, I've lost. I've been ahead like this and totally lost. Multiple times. 15. Gonna keep going. 4. I'm assuming you'll keep going. God damn it, I lose.
I need to figure out what I have. I have a 1, okay. And you have a 15 now. Which means when you said 4, I probably got a 3. Yep, there, it happened in stream. And now you lose. Okay.
All right, final round. I just realized I forgot to shuffle. Oops.
Were those the same numbers from last time then?
Yeah, in a different order because they were randomized. I have the order we put them back in, but otherwise, yeah, same cards. Not a big deal because I don't remember what the cards were. So
Yeah, it's very unlikely you win this one.
15. Do you want to keep going or do you want to freeze?
At 15?
Yeah,
What are you at right now?
10.
You're in a pretty good position to do that. I've got a -4. I'll keep going.
Okay. 20. Freezing.
That's rough. All right, what do we got?
21.
Play my -4, I guess.
I think, yeah. Yeah, 21. So -4. That's 17.
Actually,
Alright.
maybe don't play the -4. Maybe I
Just
could
take the loss.
let's take the loss.
All right.
That sounds like a better move here because I don't need to win this round and
Okay,
rather
what
not
would
waste my
you have
card.
gotten then? If you played the 20, you would be at 17. The next card was a 3. You would have gotten a 20. Second
Oh, the
time
one
in a
you're at
row.
20? You were exactly at 20. I don't think a tie here would have.
It would have given you a win or a tie at the cost of a card.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have the card than the tie because I just need one more win. You need 2 more still.
Yeah.
Now doing that
Alright.
next round, if you were at 1 point going to 2, then I probably would have taken the tie.
Let's go. 3. 10.
And
9.
good start.
12. Keep going.
We're at 12 now.
Yep.
Sure, keep going.
So
16.
I looked up in KOTOR, at least in KOTOR 1, the AI does not cheat.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
they always go first, which is mathematically, apparently, makes you more likely to win. So the AI is more likely to win, but they don't cheat in the odds.
Interesting. Night Miner, you are at a 19. Do you want to play your +1 and get a 20, or do you want to freeze
Yeah.
at 19?
Play my +1.
All
That's
right.
why it's there.
I gotta get a 4 to win, or a 3.
Or a 3.
2.
You gonna keep going?
I have to keep going or I lose. 2! The hell is this game?
You can't get a 2.
I
have
got
a
two
+1
twos in a
anymore.
row. I got a 20 naturally. The hell is this game?
I was supposed to win after that.
Have I
round.
mentioned I hate this game?
You just took away my victory.
And your card in the process.
That's quite rude.
Have I mentioned this game is stupid?
All right.
I'm sure Mock can agree with me. Do you agree with me, Mock? Is this game stupid?
It's only stupid as long as you're winning.
Alright.
You personally.
Night Miner, you got a 3. 16, I will keep going. Even though that's a stupid idea. Can't possibly get lucky twice in a row.
Well, I'm waiting for the game to catch up.
19, I'm freezing.
According to what I see on
Miner-
stream, I'm still ahead of you in 1 point. So I'm doing
Night
pretty
Miner, do you want to keep going? You're at 19. Do you want to freeze? I'm at 19 and I froze.
You are ahead by
Uh,
1 point.
Do you want to gamble on trying to get a win, or do you want to
Oh, wait.
freeze at 19 on a
good. Didn't
tie?
Baron have 2 points right now?
No, I have 1.
I mean, you won 2 rounds, didn't you?
No, I only won 1 round.
One of them was tied.
Oh, okay.
This
You
is the
spent 2
second
cards
tie.
to tie.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna just freeze here.
Good choice.
Very unlikely the -4 will make me win.
And you could lose instead, which would not be great.
Yep. I'd rather not lose. And
I had to spend my +1 for that, but if I hadn't
Especially
spent
that
it, I would
you're
have
now ahead
lost,
first.
so... Worth it to not lose. I've had games where I didn't spend 2 cards and I regretted it. Alright.
But now Night Miner has an extra card.
Yep.
if I have a -4, which is gonna save
10.
this last round.
7. 20.
Wow.
12. 13. 14. I lose 22.
I don't know what just happened, but
You drew
just,
2 tens in a row.
2 tens.
oh
in a row.
great. Stream delay. I cannot tell who is drawing 2 10s.
You drew 2 tens in a row. I figured you wanted to freeze.
Yeah.
I figured that was
Give
a
the
safe
-4.
bet.
It's so hard to play this game with delay and not know what's going on.
Yeah, I bet.
That's fair.
You won with the delay, though.
Yay!
And you have the most victories overall. Because
Press the
whereas
plus button
I
just so
tied
I
with
get to
Mock
free.
actually in total number of victories, because although I won a round and Mock didn't, Mock won 2 out of 3 games in each of his losses, whereas I won with 3 and lost with 1.
I don't know how
So
you remember all
Nightminer
those
won
numbers, but
4
okay.
total. Nightminer won 6 sets to mine and Mock's 4.
That's interesting that like you're wildly like different. You're either like winning everything or losing everything. And my games are more consistent.
Yep, it's probably because this game hates me.
I mean, this is Tabletop Simulator, technically, not Pazak.
Yeah, Bazak hates me. That's the law. Alright, that's enough Tabletop
See,
Simulator.
this is where we need 3PO to tell us the odds. Then we can tell him, never tell me the
let's
odds.
see, if I play Star Wars chess, I'm pretty sure 3PO's in there.
Does he tell you the odds?
Not in this game, but he does
Well,
if you
then,
play
if
Star
you're
Wars
gonna play
Monopoly.
chess, if you're gonna play chess, play Portal Chess. That sounds cooler.
Steam P2P. Oh yeah, because I probably should have left it open. My bad.
I don't know what Portal Chess is, but it sounds
Me
cool.
neither. Let's find out. Are you good with Portal Chess, Mark, or do you want to play something more complicated than chess?
Sure, we can do Portal Chess. Is that just like normal chess? But
I
with
have
extra
genuinely
rules,
no
or is
idea.
that normal chess.
Portal.
It definitely is not like normal chess.
Okay.
It's like chess, but with
I'm
a
not
portal.
sure
Gonna be
because
able
the
to
board
learn
is
the
weird.
rules.
There are no rules. There's no instruction manual.
Ah,
Hold on, I can Google this.
And it looks like there are just 2 extra pawn lines on either. Oh, I think I know what the rules are. There's an additional pawn line behind you, a different color that's on your team, and
Okay,
you
you
can
have
move in
2
either direction.
interesting.
Assuming it's like the Wikipedia version, you have 2 fairy pieces called portals.
So it looks like it looks like the back and the front. Yeah, from the way it colors, the back and the front of the board connect.
Yeah, so you teleport around the board.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Okay, this
That's
Portal
it.
Chess is different than the classic Portal
Yep.
Chess, I think.
Yeah, it looks like you just. So probably the pawns in the middle of the board. So the pawns have to follow the arrows, is what I would say.
That
So
makes
and then you are kinged upon reaching the circle line of the other color.
Now, something worth noting is you have 3 rows behind you.
Oh, there's only
you
2
only have-
colors, gray and white.
You have 6 rows behind you, but you only have 4 rows ahead of you. So ahead of you is
That
faster.
will be Team Diamonds.
Now, my favorite chess variant I saw on Steam was called Shotgun Chess. All the pieces except your king are gone from your side, and you're given a shotgun. But other than that, it's regular chess. Oh, and everybody moves at the same time.
Mock, what
So-
color do you want to be? Black or white?
I don't actually see the buttons to pick a color.
Yeah, I don't either. It's only giving me the options for... the only options it's giving me are Game Master and Spectator. There's no color options.
Yeah.
So I went Game
I mean,
Master
maybe you
so
can
I
just both
interact.
move all the pieces.
You can move all the pieces, yeah, either. Well, Game Master can always do that. What Game Master can see is hidden information that's usually viewable only by the player who creates it.
Interesting, because it says that spectators can't move pieces.
Correct. Can you swap to Game Master?
I don't see that option.
There's probably... If you change color... can I change you to Game Master?
Yeah, you are definitely playing a different variant of Portal Chess than the one on Wikipedia. That one, I think you just have extra portal
Yeah, that's
pieces,
weird
which
that there's
do
not an
weird stuff.
option for more than 2 colors, because I'm used to there being a lot, and there isn't, and that's weird.
Yeah.
So you can't
You could try
interact at all?
promoting him. I don't know if promote is what you need, but that sounds good.
Yeah, promote. Sure, you're now promoted. You are now a moderator. Can I make you a game master? Still can't make you a game master. Can you shoot
Yeah,
most of
but
the
that
pieces?
doesn't. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's worthless. And if I make you the host, then
Except it
I
lets
can't
me
be
mute
game
you,
master.
apparently.
You just have to swap host back and forth every turn.
Uh-huh. That's not tedious. Yeah, that is really weird that you can't. Is there a way to add, like, how do I add more players? I'm guessing it's built into the game, which... Add
Here.
new.
Spectators
figure this
can't
out pretty
flip the
easily.
table either. Disappointing. Yeah, I feel like you probably should be able to like edit the game to let you have more players.
Oh, does the notebook only let certain players see things, maybe? Permissions. No, permissions just gives everyone permission to do things. Options. Game keys? No, that's not it. Modding. Yeah, I'm not seeing any way to give you any kind of authority. Oh, crowd. No, not that.
It claims on the Steam Workshop page that it's up to 2 players.
But are there any complaints about it?
That's what I'm trying to find. It does tell you the rules, though, which is basically what you're expecting.
Yeah, that's what I figured, probably.
And yeah, bishops, you can move... You have to kind of thinking with portals is a little bit important here. It's like when the bishop's moving, he keeps moving diagonally even through the portal.
I can't help but notice, I feel like this board should have been 2 rows shorter, possibly. Because it looks like the back row of pawns has to move an extra two spaces to level up.
I agree, it probably should have been shorter.
I don't think that's going to be fixable, though, unless we, like...
I mean, are the portals going to be automatic, or do you choose when you move through the portal?
I mean, I'm not surprised why they chose to do this, because that way it's two chessboards.
Oh, yeah. And
oh, you had a
maybe
ghost
also
dice?
make sure it's different.
Or can you roll that dice?
Apparently I can make objects, but then I can't interact with them. Oh, maybe I can. For some reason I could only interact with them in the air. Unless that's you doing that.
No, that's me doing that.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to see how many times in a row I can juggle it.
Yeah.
Looks like the answer is 3.
So maybe this game just isn't gonna work.
That is unfortunate, yeah. I don't think it'd be nearly as fun with either me doing all of it or us changing Game Masters every single time.
I mean, how long does it take to change Game Master?
It's a click, but it's still a click every single time. We gotta remember.
Well, I mean, that's like when you finish your turn, you just click to give the other person.
It's the other person's turn by choosing Game Master. It's like pushing the chess clock.
Yeah. I mean, see how long it takes, and you can see if that's doable. At least that's better than
want to do that,
nothing.
Mock?
I mean, we could. It seems like you had some other games, potentially.
I do. There's a lot of other games.
Yeah, there's another one that works better. That'd probably be more fun for the stream.
Also, yeah, there's just other games. Like, we could try Shogi.
Sure.
When I heard Portal
do you know how to play
I was hoping
Shogi?
you actually had a portal gun.
I have no idea what that is.
Shogi is
I saw you showed...
similar to chess.
It's just like chess, but instead of
Oh,
having like...
crap.
little
These don't
pieces,
have...
you have
I'm used to the Americanized pieces, and these aren't those.
Yeah, this does seem a little... You have to pay attention to the characters, but...
I think I know what they are.
We could
I
get
mean,
new objects
those ones
to
in the
represent
front,
everything.
the ones in the front do look kind of like pawns. They're a little smaller.
I can tell you how the rules of Shogi work, and we can decide from there if we want to go with it. How does that sound?
We also could like replace these tiles with our own objects if you prefer that.
Yeah.
Replace them with chess
Either.
pieces that are similar.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the thing, is that's part of the problem with Shogi tiles. There's a reason they're important.
Oh.
And
Promotion.
Okay.
Oh, 'cause
Well,
you mean you can flip them over to...
You flip them over to represent promotion.
And I'm assuming you also rotate them the other way to
So here's
represent
how this works.
changing sides.
Shogi has pieces. The rules are pretty similar to chess, where the goal is to checkmate the king. It's literally called checkmate. This is the king. The king can move 1 space in any direction.
Is that any 8?
Any of the 8, yes. These are the golden generals. They can move forwards, left, right. Sorry, no, forwards, along with any of the diagonals. I think. Frick, okay, maybe. God damn it.
Alright, we're going to look up on Wikipedia.
What is the movement? Okay, Shogi Gold General. That's very important. The Gold General is the most important. Not because it's the best, it's not. But because of the way that it's used. Mainly because almost every single piece promotes into a Gold General. Okay, there it is. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Wait, does the king actually has a different name based on who is currently the higher ranked player?
Yeah.
That's weird, but
Shogi
okay.
has rules. So the king is the one you have to capture. The 2 to the left and right of the king are the Gold General. They can move forward diagonally and any direction vertically. 1 space.
They're like a super pawn.
They are other than the king, they are the only unit that cannot promote. To the left and right of those are the silver generals. They can move diagonal in any direction along with forwards. They cannot move left, right, or back. When they reach the back 3 spaces of the board, that's where you can promote, they can promote into gold generals, optionally. Silver generals sometimes are still useful because they can move diagonal backwards, which a gold general cannot do. But they also can't move sideways or backwards, which a gold general can do. Notably, you can capture anywhere you move.
Gold generals are basically weaker kings, and silver generals are
Next
almost
to the
weaker.
silver generals, left and right of those, are the knights. I don't know if they're actually called knights, that's what I think of. They can
they're called
move
knights.
forward 2 spaces and left or right 1 space. That's only their movement. They cannot move backwards at all, or they cannot even do forward 1, left or right 2. Upon promotion, they gain the movement of a golden general.
Do they still get the old movement?
Nope.
So everything just turns into a gold general.
Almost. We're not done yet. The far left and far right back pieces are the lance. They can move an unlimited number of spaces directly forwards, only stopping when there's another piece. They cannot move left, right, any diagonal, or backwards at all. Upon promotion, they turn into a gold general.
I'm sensing a trend here.
The very front pieces are pawns. They may move 1 space forwards. Upon promotion, they turn into a gold general. You cannot have more than 1 pawn in a row that's yours. That's important later. There's also no diagonal movement for pawns. They only move 1 piece forward. Finally, you see those the middle row, how there's 2 pieces? The left is the bishop. It can move an limited number of spaces diagonal. On promotion, it can also move 1 space horizontal and vertical, making it the second best piece in the game.
Its promoted name is apparently the Dragon Horse.
Yep, they're good. But the best piece in the game is on the right, the rook. The rook can move an unlimited number of spaces forward, backwards, left, right. Upon promotion, it can also move 1 space diagonally.
I mean, a Dragon King.
When I said the golden general is most important, that's because its movement pattern is the most important. However, I would argue that rooks and bishops are the top tier piece and protect them at all costs. Upon promotion, they to a certain degree become miniature queens.
Knights in this game are kind of weak.
Knights are garbage.
I'm disappointed at how much they nerfed them compared to...
In addition, as I mentioned beforehand, the
chess.
final rule of Shogi is when a piece is captured by the opponent can then place that piece on the board, and it becomes their piece. That's why the pieces look the way they do, and that's kind of why that doesn't work to substitute other things out, because the idea is that any piece can belong to any side. Which way they're facing is whose team they're on. Did you follow that, Mock?
Mostly, I think that there might need to be some clarifications as we play, but how do they promote? Is it get to the back?
They have to get to the back 3 rows.
Back 3 rows. Okay.
So anywhere that's your territory. So there's the middle 3 rows, your 3 rows, and the other 3 rows. There are a couple of important rules for placing pieces. One, as mentioned beforehand, you cannot place a pawn in a row of yours that already has a pawn. This is the number 1 most commonly missed rule, even by professionals. But it's illegal. Number 2, you cannot place a pawn on the battlefield if it would cause a checkmate. You cannot checkmate by placing a pawn. You can only checkmate by any other means. You can checkmate,
which includes placing a different piece?
If you place a different piece, you can checkmate, if I recall correctly. Or if you move a pawn, you can checkmate. Checkmate occurs, like in chess, when a king is both in check and would be in check no matter where they move. It is game over.
Does every piece just attack where it can move? There's no, like...
Yes, there's no a piece can move but not attack like pawns in chess. And yeah, there's no queen equivalent by default. And also, yeah, everything in the back row upon promotion becomes a gold general, except gold generals, which are gold generals by default. So yeah, that's Shogi.
What this means is technically some of the stuff I did that was chess inspired was technically Shogi inspired.
Yes. I can be orange, purple, or white. I'm going to be orange.
'Cause you played my chess squad into the breach.
Yes.
You never played the bishop mech, and the bishop mech, when you upgrade its movement, becomes a dragon horse.
Nice. All right, Mock, are you good?
You know, yeah.
I mean, the
I
hard part's
promise
gonna
I'm
be
not
keeping
actually all
track
that
of-
great at this game. I can play the normal game, but when you turn on the putting pieces back on the map thing, I become garbage.
The hard part's keeping track of which piece is which. When they're all arranged like this,
Oh,
it's
for
easy,
sure.
but
Oh,
If you
I've
like,
been
we could-
renaming my pieces, so what they're
Oh,
called.
that would help.
you can rename pieces.
Yep.
Yeah.
Custom.
'Cause then at least you can like hover over and see what it is.
You should probably rename his pieces too for when you capture them.
Well, I was going to say what we could also do is that technically speaking is not required, and I think that for training you can turn off the capture and replace function. Especially because if I'm correct, it doesn't auto capture, so you would need to manually rotate the piece afterwards. So if you want, we can just not use the capture mechanic this game and just play like it's chess.
I mean, we do have the ability to rotate, but I'm down either way. Do you want to do one without the capture mechanic, just to kind of get
Because the
feel?
problem is it won't be, once you rotate it, it's
Yeah.
not smooth anymore.
What is this piece?
That is the Silver General. The Silver General is the only time you might, like, typically you want to promote a piece upon reaching. Like, if a lance is in the back row, it's useless, promote it. If a knight is in the back row, it's useless, promote it. And in the middle row, it's rarely useful. Obviously, promote your pawns immediately. However, Silver Generals have a unique movement pattern that Gold Generals don't have, in that they can move diagonal backwards, which a Gold General can't. And situationally, Silver General can still be useful. Especially because you get so many Gold Generals.
Yeah, everything promotes into a gold general. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I did think that was weird, especially because Gold Generals don't even have a good movement as the King does.
Like, honestly, the knight should have just been promoted to like a proper knight, so it's actually
I
useful.
think that would be interesting, but nope, that's not how Shogi works, and it's a traditional several hundred-year-old game, so good luck changing it.
Hey, they changed chess. Although practically the changes they made to chess recently aren't really that important.
What change did they do to chess recently?
There's small tournament rules, like if you do this certain thing, it counts as a draw.
Ah.
It's things that aren't gonna matter when you're in a friendly game, but if you're playing like
Is it just
professional
things
chess
like
on TV,
stuff like the whole, if you repeat the same movement 3 times in a row, then it's a draw?
if you go, I think it's like 40 rules without either capturing a piece or moving a pawn, the game ends.
Oh yeah, so tournament rules specifically.
It's basically the most recent changes are just those sorts of rules where it's like it literally has no impact outside of tournaments because
Yeah.
in a friendly game you're not gonna care.
In a friendly game, people don't even realize that en passant exists.
Yeah, but en passant is also like I think a relatively, I mean like probably not.
I think that was the
1800s.
most recently added rule.
18
En
and
passant
1900s
was added
France.
because pawns
It's
moving 2
balanced,
spaces
right?
was OP, so they had to nerf it.
No, it's because of some Frenchman was pissed off that he couldn't capture pawns when they moved, and he's like, I invented a new rule.
No, it's like it's literally the pawns moving 2 spaces was OP, so they nerfed it by letting you do en passant.
I think it's odd that you've decided to have your your character sit sideways to the board.
I have no choice, that's where orange is.
Oh, okay.
If I want to
Oh,
be
you
orange
just want to
color,
be orange.
that's where orange sits.
Wait, what?
Yep, because when you choose your color,
Oh,
that's also where you
your
choose where you
names.
sit.
But yeah,
I-
you can rotate the board however you want to, so that works.
So my name's just over there.
maybe you're just playing that side.
And yeah, that's one of the
You
weird
rotate-
things is, by default, you can't see your profile image when you're behind it. They're only there if you're in front of it. As I'm demonstrating
Rotate all your
now.
pieces by 90 degrees just to because that's the way you're facing.
No. The game will not work that way. Shall we begin?
Sure,
Shall we flip a coin to see who goes first?
sure.
Alright.
Oh, are there
miscellaneous.
traditional piece stands in this?
Yep. We will flip a quarter. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Why not flip a shogi tile?
I think there's a way to actually like flip it.
Oh, flip a domino. Do a random domino.
I keep overdoing it. And then it respawns back on the map at a weird...
Okay. Wait. Just.
Tails!
Hide.
Yeah. You can just click
Yes,
it.
you can.
Yeah. But yeah, so you go. I guess you can choose if you want to go first or second.
Alright, I will go first. Alright, let's do this thing.
You should move your pawn forward. That's how you start every game.
Yeah, I have a slight advantage as I used to play this game in Clubhouse games on the DS, and then I played it a bunch in Clubhouse games on the Switch lately, so I slightly know the pieces enough to sort of keep track.
I mean, it honestly feels like a variation of chess. I don't know which one came first, but it doesn't feel that different.
Yeah, I don't remember which one came first either.
I mean, it's probably somewhere in the Shogi article. Wikipedia mentions chess.
Yeah,
It's in the same family as Western chess. Uh,
just like real chess, getting your rook out is a pain in the ass, past all the banana pawns.
see, if the rook could jump, that'd be a lot easier to get out.
I love how you labeled all my pieces except the knights and one of my silver generals.
Well, I'm still working on it. Feel free to help.
That's the problem. I tried. I can't actually find where the rename function is.
Right click name.
I do. Oh, there we go. At the very bottom. Okay. I couldn't see it because it was different colors, so my eyes just missed it.
You can also clone it at any time.
Yes,
Like,
I can.
oh, you think you captured
you
my
just call
king?
it
I actually have a
horse.
second king.
Yeah, I'm not bothering with the pawns. I know what a pawn looks like. They all look the same. It's the one there's
You don't?
9 of.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What if you get all your pawns captured except one?
I probably am sucking in that case.
Also, apparently a promoted pawn is called a token.
Oh, is that your move?
Because you had
Okay.
your move with the horse, and so now it's my
Yeah.
turn. I also love how you called yours horse, and then I called mine knight.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
what if yours is called horse?
Yep. Because you called it horse. Alright. Your move.
What? Oh, you moved up your knight. Okay.
Yep.
You know, knights kind of suck in this game. I'm sad.
The
Knight's the
pawns
best piece,
can only go forward.
Yes, they can only go forward.
Okay.
One
but they
space.
can just keep plowing through the opponent's pawns. They don't get stuck like in chess.
Yeah, exactly. So, after a certain point, the pawn is...
Like, honestly, all the pieces in this game just keep moving forward. They don't stop.
That is correct. Moving forward. That's also why the putting them back on the board rule is so important. It's the only way to get pieces backwards by default.
How do silver generals move?
They can move
Forward.
left, right, forward, backwards, or sorry, they can move, sorry, I'm backwards, that's not golden generals. Silver generals. Any diagonal plus forwards. Not
Okay.
left, right, or backwards.
Okay.
Always throws me off because I always forget gold generals cannot move backwards diagonal when it feels like they should. And yeah, it's also why I don't always promote my silver generals, because sometimes I want to
Wait,
keep
how
that
do you
option.
get? How did you get your rook out?
That shouldn't be out. I don't know why that's out. Oh, I know what happened. I
Okay,
moved
you
the
did
rook by
that.
mistake.
He
rather
gave
than knight.
his rook the pilot that lets you leap over things if moving in a straight line.
I grabbed the rook rather than the knight by mistake.
I see.
I always wondered why rooks couldn't leap. Leaping rooks would be more powerful. There's probably no castling in this game, is there?
No.
Are there any other weird rules like castling?
No. As far as I'm aware, there's no like obscure rules other than the movement and the placement rules. The placement is really what sets this game apart from chess. Without it, it's just chess where you can't move backwards half the time.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
apparently
And check.
there's apparently 3 ways to end the game that result besides winning. So a normal chest, you can run out of pieces, which
Oh,
could
also, I
would
forgot
lead
I
to
want
a
to say I
draw.
want to promote my piece too.
Okay.
So check and promotion. Now it's your
Wait. So
In-
and then what? And that can move.
Now it can move one space forward, backwards, left, right.
Okay. And golden generals can. How do they move?
They can move any of the horizontal or verticals one space, or diagonally forwards. So anything but diagonally backwards, basically.
Cool.
You can't do that because you're still in check.
Oh, sorry. I get. You're right.
Yeah, that's the only option. Otherwise, I win.
Yeah, in terms of winning or losing, you can checkmate, just like before. You can resign. And apparently, if you're in a professional tournament, if you make an illegal move, you will immediately lose.
Yep. By the way, Lancers, the movement is unlimited number of spaces directly forwards.
Yeah, but then this pawns.
Yeah, exactly. Just wanted to, in case you had an opportunity to kill my bishop like I did something stupid.
How do the rooks move?
Unlimited number of spaces left, right, up, or down.
Oh,
And that's it.
Yeah, until promotion.
That's
in
serious.
which case
Until
they can
promotion,
move diagonally.
In which they diagonal one.
Yes.
if you make an illegal
Bishop
move,
is honestly probably my favorite piece because they can move really early and they're very strong. Honestly, what I probably should have done is use my bishop to kill your lancer, but I wasn't thinking about that.
actually, if you make an illegal move
Also,
and
he'd
you
be stuck
notice that
because you don't
even
have no
moves
way
later,
out, so, you know.
technically Baron lost already.
Which one?
You made an illegal move, and by making
With
an
the
illegal
rook?
move, you lose. Yeah, with the rook.
Oh.
Oh,
So you just immediately lose. That's just the rule.
nice.
So
I am
congratulations,
victorious.
Mark. You already won.
Well, that's the thing is Mach also made an illegal move by not blocking my check.
That's true.
Well,
But you did yours first, so I win.
That is
yeah.
true.
The goal of the illegal move
Time.
is even if you illegal move is caught like 10 turns later, it's still like it was caught. You lose.
Yep. Well, I mean, by that logic, then
So
we...
you're saying it's legal if you don't get caught?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Because by that logic, we both lose in that case, because we both discovered our illegal moves at the same time.
But whoever made it first, that's the one who would have lost first. The illegal moves include violating the two pawns rule, which
Which
you
is
said
the-
that's a common
That is
mistake.
the most
which
common.
means
That is the most common mistake to make. Yeah.
which means that's probably. I wonder how many professionals just lose Shogi by accidentally placing another pawn down.
Quite frequently.
That'd be a terrible way to lose a tournament.
Mm-hmm. And as mentioned, it is the most common one.
Repetition rule is typically 4 times in this game. I think chess is typically 3,
Yeah.
and that just leads to a draw. Here's what I wanted: impasse. Apparently, you can reach an impasse or a deadlock if both kings have advanced
they're
into
both
their
dead
promotion
somewhere.
zones, and neither player can hope to make any other
Did I actually interest you in
important
Shogi?
move. I'm just reading the Wikipedia article. It's fun.
Alright, so that's your turn, so it's my move.
You know, there's a whole complicated rule for if your king reaches the other side, and both players agree that this is kind of going to be the end of the game. You then score based on which pieces are on the board.
What we should probably
And
do is take the
captured.
piece off the board for moving, though. That would make the most sense. For example. Yep, Golden General can only move one space, so the bishop's safe. As mentioned, bishops are strong.
Oh, here's etiquette. That's what we need to read about. Okay, you're supposed to greet your opponent before and after the game. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
make sure you greet your opponents.
Hey.
Yo!
I feel like that would not be an accepted traditional greeting, but
Depends on the culture.
yep.
Oh wait. Shh.
Good notice. Well done. You finally displayed
another-
the menace.
Another
That just killed
etiquette
half your
thing.
pieces.
in terms of etiquette, flipping the table is considered bad etiquette.
Sounds.
No,
Yeah, I agree.
that's totally fake. Def fake.
That makes.
They
that
did
makes
say
a lot of
flipping the
sense.
table in the Wikipedia article, but flipping the table is the nearest equivalent in this game, which is you lose, so you scatter all the pieces.
Definitely fake.
I'm gonna take that one and then upgrade.
Sounds good. And now you got yourself a nice little general.
And yes, some
Chef
shogi
and
sets contain
promotion.
2 kings, in which case the higher class player, either a social or a genuine shogi player rank, takes the higher class king piece. So I guess you can always
Your
tell.
options are
So
either
how
to
do
move
kings move?
you can move
Kings
the
can move
king.
any.
Yeah, I have checked that
Take a
entire
chess
row,
king.
so you can either block with the silver general or you can move the king.
Yeah, but like kings move like any direction.
any
or how
direction.
do they- Just
Kings move
normal
like chess
Okay.
kings.
Cool.
Kings move identically to chess kings.
And because it needs to be done, there's apparently an etiquette to how you place your pieces on the shogi board at the start of the game. Some tradition just gets to. It's like the way you deal euchre when you play euchre. One of those traditions that's like, I get that as tradition, but do we really need this tradition? Does it change
So
anything?
golden generals can't go backwards diagonally, right?
Yeah, only
normal.
straight.
Yeah, everything but that.
And yeah, that's the other problem is if you lose the bishop and the knight, or and the rook, you just have all these pieces that move one space. And the
They
game
only
becomes
become very
very slow,
slow.
which is partially why the replace rule is so important. Keeps the game fast paced.
You just start spawning in a ton of rooks, shooting them into your opponent.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Huh.
Yep, I will let you undo.
That's fine. I mean,
Okay. Either way,
I already undoed once this game.
that's fair. Now, Clubless Games lets you unlimited undo against the AI, and it's the most broken thing ever. Because it means you can have the entire thing mastered within like 10-15 minutes if you know what you're doing. As opposed to the usual have to replay the game if you lose. Much of the Golden Generals.
But I do like the idea that all the priests get to promote. It's nice to have more promotions.
Oh yeah, that is interesting. I just wish they weren't all Golden Generals.
I just wish they didn't nerf the knight so much. Honestly, what I would probably do if I played shogi is mix the two in some weird way that everyone would hate,
Well yeah.
as in make knights not suck, and make not everything promote into a golden general.
It is easier to remember if everything promotes the same thing, though.
It's true.
Yeah, but I mean, just make everything promote to be like it was before, but slightly better. That's how the rook and the bishop already work.
The game's already got an extra layer on top of chess. That's probably why, is because of the placement. Oh, there's another very interesting rule. If you place a piece into the opponent's territory, they don't instant promote. You need to move them. I think you can move them within, or you can move them out and back in to promote them. But they do not instantly promote.
Honestly, a lance feels like it should promote into a rook.
You think?
Yeah, kinda.
And a knight should definitely just get more knight actions in all 8 directions. The pawn, I think the pawn golden general makes sense.
So no matter what, my knight is dead, so I might as well at least kill something in the process. Right?
I don't know, maybe.
Definitely. Because yeah, there's no way for the knight to survive after that move. So sad about that bishop. That was a tragedy. Could have won the game with that bishop. Now I have to use
We've also
small
lost the game with
pieces.
that bishop.
Oh yeah, you killed me, so it's my turn again.
Yep.
It always throws me off. Lancers cannot move left or right at all, only straight forwards.
It is a really awkward piece that can't actually do all that much other than suicide and then die.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the
Or
knight?
promote. No, the Lancer.
Oh.
The Knight's,
I
yeah, it
mean-
only stops in a few spaces, so that's not weird. But yeah, the
The
Lancer...
Lancer is just a fast pawn. Changed my mind.
Yeah, Lancer is literally just a fast pawn.
The Lancer, you just leave it sitting somewhere until suddenly there's an opening, and they just zoom into the other side and
Yep.
promote it.
I don't actually know what I want to be doing here.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay.
It's kind of a... I feel very safe in my current board state, but I don't feel like I can do much to be aggressive from here.
Because you have to sacrifice pieces and move them forwards, like the pawns.
Start adding new pieces to the board.
Whereas I have a few options because I have a few more pieces than you do, so I can afford to be aggressive.
But have you captured more pieces than him?
Yes. That's how I have more pieces, because I've captured more pieces. Although it's not by as big a margin as it might look. I think it's only like 1 or 2. Like I have a pawn or 2 that I've captured that he hasn't. That's basically it. And then also my rook's in a stronger position. Yeah, the Clubhouse Games version has the Americanized version of these pieces, where it has the Japanese symbols, but then also has just a letter, L, R, J, K, etc.
Is it your turn? Did you make a move, or
Did you make a move? What was your last move?
my last move was this?
Oh, okay. That ended my turn. I missed it. My bad. Nom 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 nom.
Is your rook promoted?
Yes.
I guess they don't change the promoted piece text color in this one.
Nope.
I think the Wikipedia article shows promoted pieces in red, if I'm understanding it correctly.
Yeah.
Which I feel like would help a lot, just to
Yeah.
keep track. Especially if you can't read Japanese. If you read Japanese, this game would probably be a lot easier to keep track of.
Check.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a valid option.
And Golden Generals can't promote.
Nope, they're already promoted.
Makes sense.
So far, what I can tell is going on is Baron has a bunch of pieces pointing that way, and Mock has a bunch of pieces pointing that way. It's kind of like he's being shoved into a corner over there. Which I don't think is good, but I don't really know.
Wait. Oh, you moved your general up. I see. Ooh.
Baron's managed to clear the whole right side of the board. And I think that one's Baron's King, the one with the slightly bolder font.
And it's slightly bigger. Yep, that's your blind spot.
All right.
I can
okay.
attack you and you can't attack me.
I'm okay if you want to like hold your rook in
Oh, I
the
don't.
same spot
That
forever.
just keeps your piece from moving. I'm free to leave anytime I want to.
That is true.
Also, I could just kill you next turn if you don't move.
Oh, because I see. Because
Promoted
I
rook can
forgot
move
it's a promoted
diagonal.
rook. Wait, I thought I put the text on that to upgrade.
You did on my bishop.
Oh, it
not
was
my
the other
rook.
one.
Yep. Yep, upgraded rook. Like I said, rook is the best piece in the game. Although bishop, like rook plus bishop combo promoted is strong.
Rook upgrades into a tiny queen. I say tiny because you want to move one space in the diagonals.
My diabolical plan. You can't
I
do
can
that.
do that, right? Oh,
So
I could do that.
you can do that, but
But
then
then
I
I
just
don't wanna
kill
do
it.
that.
Yep, that's what I was waiting for you to do. Because I'm pretty sure that no matter what, you lose this silver general because you have to protect
That's
the
true.
king.
Do you have to protect the king though?
Yes, otherwise you lose, which means
Can't
I
you
can
just
freely take
do
the
a
silver
mutiny?
general with no repercussions.
Can't the general just claim mutiny and take over the army?
Probably. Yeah, I was waiting for that for a while because I'm a dick.
For the general to take over the army?
No, for the general to move one space forwards.
Oh. But I feel like the golden general is probably the highest ranked piece in the army. There's a good chance that if the king is ever deemed unfit to lead the army, the golden general is going to take over. And of course, there's two golden generals, so it probably would wait to happen until one of the two golden generals is killed. And this raises another question, though. To capture your opponent's king, can you place the king on your side and have two kings?
No.
That's disappointing.
Because you can't capture the king. The king is just dead in that case. Whatever, I'll give up. New pile.
Having trouble stacking your pieces?
The stack is too tall, it gets unwieldy.
I mean, it's a virtual stack. Does it actually matter?
Yes, it needs to look organized. Or else.
It needs to be organized to have a snap to grid feature.
Honestly, like, take my lancer.
Take me. I mean, who am I to say no to such a generous offer? The big danger to be careful of is because the king can move in any direction. I can't diagonal check with a solo rook. I need something else that's backing him up.
Yeah, that's why it's like the lancer's not really worth very much, I don't think.
I'd like to promote this pawn into a golden general. who notably can move sideways, including into your rook.
Yep.
Just FYI.
Yeah, I knew that.
That's a silver that can't move sideways, heads up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Going to upgrade this.
That is fair. That is legitimate. I don't blame you. Check. Alright, your silver general is dead. Guaranteed. I'm just debating which piece to move there. Yeah. I'll move the rook. Check. They protect each other so you can't kill either of them.
Yep.
That does not work because the potential solution there benefits you more than me. So instead, looking over all my options here, there are some pretty good options.
Are you winning?
Technically.
You should use your general to kill his general.
Check.
Yep. Oh, by the way, like 10 turns ago, I put you in check and you didn't do anything about it.
Oh, good point. Good point. I didn't even notice that.
Does that mean you won or lost?
Well, that's the thing. He also didn't say check.
I didn't say check. That's fair.
That's why I
but
didn't notice it. So, yes. Give me a moment. I will fix that.
Did you kill his king?
No,
So now you should have
because,
killed his
yeah,
king.
neither of Did you notice I was in check?
I
I've not
I
been
mean,
paying attention.
I purposely put you in check, but I forgot.
Yeah, so I didn't even
I
notice.
forgot
just
about
kept
it when
playing.
you did. And you
So
didn't.
both of us missed it. So I will take the move I probably should have taken like 10 moves ago.
Means he could have killed your king anytime. He
Yes.
just chose not to. It's a very much a power play.
Yep.
That is what it was.
That or you were still trying to negotiate for peace, so you wasn't sure assassination was the best choice yet. Assuming peace was an option.
Rook in danger. And his is not promoted, so he can't just move it.
I mean, you can move it.
Well, I mean, he
Question,
can't
he move it
I thought
out of
he can't
danger.
kill mine.
Just promoted, huh?
That makes sense. And I can't kill his because of the
Check.
golden general, so yeah, that's
I say
check.
it this time.
So my only valid move is here. No other move is legal.
Can't your king just kill? Oh, you got a general there.
Yep. Check.
We should kill his thing.
Promotion. Oops, I don't know why I removed it. Oh, I'm killing anything.
Check.
Yep. I know what happens next. Yeah, the only legal move is this. And then he kills the Golden General, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, without queens, and without being able to promote a pawn to make a queen, it does make a double rook check a lot harder to pull off.
Well, impossible by default. You need to capture another piece to pull it off.
If you capture a piece, do you place it back on the board promoted already? Or do you have to re-promote it?
You
Like, I
can't promote it. You can't place it to get immediately promoted. It has to move afterwards.
If I capture a promoted rook, I have to place it as a non-promoted rook.
Oh, I don't know that.
I'd assume so, but...
You know, Baron?
What? What's the
If I
question?
capture a promoted rook, do I place it as a regular rook or a promoted one?
Regular.
They got demoted by getting captured?
Yep. I mean,
Very
yeah,
unfortunate.
you failed. You suck.
What if getting captured was actually... he was going undercover as a spy? And then last minute, later in the game, he reveals he was a spy the whole time and switches sides.
Everything left is a Golden General,
Yeah.
or one pawn on each side, and one upgraded rook and a king. Both sides are pretty equal in that we've got a rook causing a lot of trouble, and then these super slow one space movement Golden Generals that are just too far to be any use. I also, as I've mentioned a few times, I hate that Golden Generals can't move backwards diagonal because it makes them so much more tedious to work with. Because every single plan takes like 3 turns to pull off.
Check.
Yep.
Smart man.
Yep.
I was hoping that you were not gonna see that.
Nope. I just played some video games in my time. And some chess.
Check.
Yep. I only have one legal move. And that's to capture the Golden General, because if I move here, that's check, that's check, that's check, that's check, that's check. So the only legal move is to capture the Golden General.
That's another consideration. A double rook check is a lot
And
harder
then
where
you can
just
capture
drop
my
a
rook,
piece.
but then you lose your rook as well. At which point
Yeah.
it's like the game's basically a stalemate.
Well, that's supposed to be stalemate.
Well-
you always place them back.
Yeah, because we'd both have 2 golden generals.
Yep. So basically a stalemate. Because with only one space of movement, there's no way the game's
But
ending.
I think I have to do that because if I move my rook, then you're gonna take my golden general.
Correct. So your
So
choice is, you want to force basically a stalemate? I think we would just call it a draw at that point, and demonstrating why the placing mechanic is so important.
Because unless I went like somewhere like here.
Yep. So that you could, and then you hope you can outmaneuver me later.
I mean, I feel like we could play it out.
Try
Just
it.
see what happens. I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
the best option for me would just be like take the
stalemate,
tie.
yeah.
because I think it's a better position than me being over here. It's just
Yeah.
like, let's just get the stalemate, but
It's true.
let's do that.
The only catch is also a better position for me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this is a better position for you than me just taking the stalemate.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always resign. That's another option.
There's no resign button. Do you see a resign button?
I
don't
mean,
a
do you
resign
see
button.
any buttons in this game?
Yes, just not the ones we were looking for half the time. Like an add
Nothing
player
stops you from
button.
Nothing stops you from illegally moving your pieces in this game.
Probably should have done that so I could go there.
I have an evil plan that I'm about to enact. Let's see if we can figure it out in time.
This was a bad spot. I shouldn't have been here.
That might have been the worst place you could have moved to. But you can get out, potentially. You could have
I can
another
still
fucking
get
move.
out, but it's going to take me 2 turns to get out of this spot.
Yep, that's the problem. And in a
shit.
game where you only have one high movement piece, every turn is a turn that you could have used to do literally anything else.
Here's what we need in this game:
Check.
archers.
Yep, that was what I was hoping you wouldn't notice the possibility of me capturing your rook.
Imagine if the archers you can shoot arrows at pieces, so you can kill them without even touching them.
Back to the slog.
What I mean, it doesn't have to be a slog. You just resign.
Good. But now we're just hoping the other person screws up. That's literally what this game is. Functionally, the winner is if somebody can find a way to capture their opponent's rook but not lose their own, that player is basically won. There are ways to force a checkmate in that case. So the goal is to see who can outplay the other player. Given the fact that both of us have golden generals that are just so far from the action.
I mean, you can always just take a short recess while the golden generals try to come to the battle.
Ironically, there was a move you could have used that would have forced a double rook capture.
Well,
But then
forced a double rook capture?
you would have forced us to both lose the rook, theoretically. If you'd moved your rook down to between there, you would have forked my rook and my king, which meant...
Oh, you would had to.
I
Yeah.
would have had to capture you to avoid losing my rook, but then your golden general will take my rook.
But I'm not trying to force that.
No.
See, that's why I moved there, because I knew you wouldn't take it.
Exactly. Fine. I will start moving the golden generals. God damn it! Holy crap!
Interesting.
Who must stay as a pair because as long as they're together, up, down, left, right, the rook can't take them. Well, he can take one, but not the other. And that's not a good trade.
upgrade.
There we go. Now everybody's a golden general, but I actually have one of my OG. No, that's not one of the OG. That's the Lancer, isn't it? It's the Lance. Yeah, there's probably not much chance we get much more out of this, to be honest.
Check.
Yep.
Maybe you just need to be better, and then you can.
It's especially
Move
problematic
pieces
because that
faster.
means the kings can never approach those pieces.
Here's what you need. Your pieces
Remember,
need
can't
more
move back
reactor cores,
diagonally.
so you upgrade their movement.
It is
We
amazing
must
how just
construct additional
changing one
pylons.
rule completely changes the whole game. You can't. That's an illegal move. You can't move back diagonally with those.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're
You're
right.
good.
You just need to construct additional pylons.
Trust me, I make this like even while the game, even in clubhouse games where you can't make that move, I still keep trying to. Check.
Yeah, I was like, I knew there's probably a way that you could do that.
Yep.
But I need to get stuff over there.
Mm-hmm.
The silver, I do like the silver generals.
Yeah. And that you only get two, and it makes it really hard. Also, so mad that I lost my bishop early. That could have been the difference.
Hmm. The golden generals are a little awkward.
Mm-hmm. The lack of backwards diagonal is just weird.
The fact that everything turns into them, they're a little awkward.
Yep.
The fact that you
Purposely
promote a piece,
limited.
the fact that you promote a piece into a piece that cannot move backwards diagonal.
Yep. That's especially weird because one of the promotions can. It just can't move sideways as a result.
I think they just want them to suffer.
Yep.
Check. Oh god.
Yep.
That's not great.
Yep.
'Cause-
Because there's no move you can make that actually puts me in. Yeah, exactly.
Because like I could do that,
But then that's another rook sacrifice.
all that I'm doing is forcing you down, which is actually bad for me, because my golden generals aren't good going backwards.
Uh-huh. I feel like this is probably a stalemate.
I feel like we could do this if we were better at this game.
Honestly, I feel like if we were better at this game, we would have given up a long time ago.
Well, that's also
Would've
true,
known
but
better.
like, I feel like getting into this position's a bad idea, and there's
Yeah.
things we could have done to avoid getting into this kind of position.
Like not losing pieces by not paying attention.
I still feel a lot better with my pieces close together, near your king, and your pieces over here away
Yeah,
from everything else.
But that could be fixed too.
It's weird
Find
how
more
slow
pieces.
everything is.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. You want the Rook Sacrifice? Is that your play here?
Or,
What's your play here?
My play here? Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no play. I'm literally just messing around.
Yeah.
I have no agenda whatsoever. I'm just like, what would be funny? And I'm drawing a blank, to be honest. There's not a lot of funny left.
We might want to call it a draw. But yeah, we could.
Check.
You know, we're in an interesting spot.
Mm-hmm. If we can't do it after another, like, say, 10 turns, we're probably over.
Yeah.
Or even if one of us manages to be ahead in pieces, probably. You mean check? You gotta say check.
Oh yeah, check.
You know, one of the ways for the game to end would be for Baron to move his king into the promotion zone. And then there's some weird complicated rule that leads to you just scoring your pieces that are left.
I don't think that's how that
Yeah,
works.
he can. Can I score? Can I upgrade my king?
You can flip
It's
it
not
over
that-
and then it dies. See?
There's some sort of weird rule in Shogi where if both your kings are on the opponent's side, and you somehow determine that the game is not going to be able to be won, then you score up the board as it stands.
So we'd tie.
Well, then we'd just be even. Yeah.
Because
It's
we
not
had
exactly a tie, but you have the same pieces
I-
left.
same pieces.
Well, I could see Baron has an upgraded golden circle from a
Lance.
lance.
So if that's worth anything, if it's because from a lance or because the rest are all pawns.
Let's see. The variant is called Impasse. Impasse.
Impasse.
Impasse. I don't know. Or Deadlock. So if you agree to an impasse,
Alright.
so each rook promoter not
Thanks
scores
for the
5
free
points,
general.
and all other pieces score 1 point. Except kings.
So what pieces are 5?
A rook and a bishop are 5, anything else is 1. If you're scoring fewer than 24 points, you lose.
Yeah, that checks out.
If neither player has fewer than 24, a game is no contest.
So
and
right
is a
now, if we played by those rules, I would be up 1 point.
Yeah, I think we can call this fair and winning by the 1.
We've
I'm done.
both forfeited like 3 or 4 times through illegal moves anyway.
That's true. This is a cool game.
Mm-hmm. And trust
It
me,
would
once you
be-
add the placement into it, it becomes a completely different game.
You know, would be a lot easier if the pieces were in a language that I knew.
Hey, you don't know Japanese?
No. It'd be cool though. Japanese is pretty cool.
Boom.
How do you even watch anime
Can't
then?
catch me now.
Subtitles.
Alright, I think we'll be good. Alright, what other game do we want to play? We got time for
Oh, you
something
disabled flipping the table.
else. I did? Yeah, we got time for something else. Something
Yeah.
not too crazy. Oh, then there's also classic games if you want classic Go, chess, reversey, jigsaw puzzle, mahjong.
Who just flipped the table?
Me.
That means you lose.
Sandbox where you can just play with building.
That's true. Bad
You can just
etiquette.
play building blocks.
Building blocks.
You should play solitaire.
Excuse me.
You know what we could do is Splendor again.
We could. Do I have Splendor in the workshop? Because I could also just pull the actual game up.
You could also just pull it here, or yeah.
Well,
There's
if
also
if I don't have a copy downloaded, I have to go download it from somewhere, which is like to find one.
Well, I mean, we also have it
The actual
on
game.
Steam.
Yeah, we could do that.
We did play Steam Splendor at some point in the past.
Yes, we did. Want to do a round of that quickly?
Sure.
Probably faster than trying to learn something new.
That minor, would you want to join?
Sure.
You're
Not
already
doing anything
here.
useful right now, anyways.
Alright.
I need to convince Steam that it actually exists. Every other time I load Steam, my library is just blank. It's not like my library is empty, it's just a blank black screen. I have to restart Steam to convince it to actually show my library.
The only song Tabletop Sim has by default the main menu theme, which I hate. I try to escape as soon as possible.
You turn off the main menu theme?
Probably. But it's more of a fun game of how fast can I get everything done to get away from it. One friend is playing Splendor right now. I wonder which friend. It's Mock.
I was gonna say, it actually could be 2 different friends.
Hmm.
I don't know why, like, every game needs to have, like, feels the need to have a global chat. That's just asking for trouble.
Uh-huh.
So that they have something to moderate.
It's why I don't tell them that I'm, streaming. Alright. Create a game. 3. Private.
Somebody's username is God of Splendor. That's like Steam username.
Nice.
So they must play a lot of Splendor.
Alright, the password's flip, all lowercase.
Appropriate name.
Alright, this is one of those annoying games where if you click off of it, it minimizes everything.
I have to remember how to join the game. There it is. Game of Galactic Baron. Join this game. Can I flip the table?
You cannot flip the table in Splendor.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, you
Okay,
changed
change
your
my avatar.
you changed your
It's not the same
avatar.
as you. Well, last time we were literally identical.
So you changed to one that's not identical.
Yeah, so now I have a T instead of a cross. And I have this guy with a bishop hat and a white beard. Is it my turn first?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Look at that. I don't even know what I want. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Game just starts. I haven't thought far ahead. It's been 10 seconds.
I had like 10 seconds. I know the game kicks you out if you wait for too long.
Yes, it does. Which is why
We're ready to make these kind of like this type decisions.
it's why I just don't think of these kind of games and I just go with it. Oh, is it my turn?
Yep.
For some reason
You
I
already
thought it was
losing.
Mike's
You
turn.
just started.
Well, that's what I was gonna do.
Good thing he didn't kick me out. I should have noticed the little ding. Your turn. But it does. So can I?
I took that.
Interesting. I'm surprised you took that.
What, do you think it was going to take the black one instead?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, never mind. That is the one I thought he was gonna take.
Well, one of them costs 3 gems, the other costs 4 gems. They're like, I'll take the 3 gem one.
I have also muted the in-game music because I've heard this song for like 15 hours of play. It's time for a new song.
I'm gonna another that color.
Navin's turn, right?
Yeah,
Okay, making
Your
sure
turn.
I wasn't missing my turn again. Because I was missing.
you're already
the
losing,
settings.
even though we just started. Probably switch you guys to your gem view instead of the avatars.
Yeah, that's
more
what
useful.
I do. Gem view is like, very, very useful. It is really weird how many games especially card and board games I play that are set in early modern Europe.
Is because you play a lot of Euro games?
Well, I guess that is true that a lot of Euro games are
It's
probably
fair,
set in early modern Europe.
I was gonna do some sort of commentary about how that's the only time period that like people care about and write his history books about or whatever. But
I mean, they do the Middle Ages, but those usually are not too interesting.
yeah, but it is fair that the argument of like a lot of these are European games, so they're gonna
Game.
base it on their own history.
I wouldn't let me click the black one for some reason. I wanted to deprive you all of your ability to grab more gems, because I am a jerk.
Yeah,
I mean, you could grab 2 white. That is an option.
You should grab all the white.
You can only grab up to 2. If you grab the same color, you can only grab 2, not 3.
But you can grab all of them.
And
I
I
guess
believe
this is
you
a
can't
tabletop
grab
simulator
more
where you can
than-
cheat like that.
You can't grab 2 if it's too low on the pile.
Hey, you can't take that.
Is that what you were aiming for?
well, I didn't have anything else to do with my turn, so I just grabbed a card that looked like somebody else was going for.
You can't take that. Now I don't know what I'm doing.
This game is cool.
Okay.
And
I want to let. Oh, it's not my turn. That's why.
Well, now it is.
Wait, why is it in my turn? Is it my turn after Mock's turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
It's not letting me.
It was giving me issues.
Oh, I can't take a yellow gem. Now I said I'm doing it backwards.
You can't take a yellow gem, you take a card and then you get the yellow gem automatically.
I see. He wants me to do it in that order.
Mm-hmm. As Night Miner says, if you have 2 choices, grab the one that costs less gems. And more importantly, you guys still can't grab any gems! Because I am a dick.
But no, actually, we would have had gems left to grab if someone didn't just take a card or the goodbye.
Well, yeah, so 2 of us were dicks.
Ma, what are you doing?
Taking
You
all
don't
the
even
gold.
want that. You don't even want that.
I mean, there's no gems for me to grab, so I might as well take gold.
Yeah, because only one of us actually has diversity in gemstones.
Well, I don't have diversity because I can't draw the colors I want.
Yeah, I know. Cool. You can't draw any colors, really.
To be fair, the 2 colors I can draw are ones I don't have, so I guess that's a fair argument.
Well, that nobody has. Nightmare's got a couple of them. I've got none. You've got none. I have 1 permanent white.
Oh, and I'm already at 10 out of 10 gems, and I can't buy anything.
Yes, you
Buy
can.
something cheap.
You can
I mean, I
buy
have to buy.
You can buy cheap.
The one I wanted to buy is not something I can buy.
You were saving up for a big play, and now you.
Oh
can't.
yeah, I wasn't buying a big play. I was just buying a medium play. But someone keeps taking all the medium plays.
I guess you gotta take a small play.
You don't even want those cards. You just wanted to take them to be annoying.
To be fair, I can like play them, but you know.
Everything in the cheap stuff is now red, which there's no red left.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes you do.
I'm not hoarding all the reds. Mock has 2 of them. You could take 2 white.
I mean, that's basically the best option. 2 whites, or take a white and a blue.
You can't take a white and blue. It's
Yeah,
either
you can.
it's either 3 different ones or it's 2 of the same color.
Oh, you can't take... That's just literally not allowed?
No, you can take a white and a blue. You're
It won't
allowed.
let me take just a white and a blue.
Really? I
You
thought
can
you
take
could do
just
that.
2.
You have to take 3, apparently.
Is it not
I
letting you
have to
take just 2?
Nope, won't let me end turn then.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it's 3 different ones or 2 of the same one. You can't do any other combination.
Which is annoying, because the blue is the more useful one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did it... I think it just kicked me out.
Oh, it did? Oh, so the AI is gonna do something.
Yeah, you could do something stupid.
Can you rejoin though?
He can, but not in time for the AI not to do something.
There it is. I think it's still stupid. You took too much time to play an AI replacer. You'll be able to join back in a few seconds. Why do you have to wait?
You have
a
to
few
wait
seconds
for the
to join?
AI to go.
Well, the AI hasn't gone yet.
It's still your turn.
Well, it won't let me resume yet.
It's weird.
That's because the servers probably aren't very good. Yeah, you only just disconnected. It took one of the cards I wanted just to be a dick.
Well, I mean, you're the ones being rude right now.
Like, it took optimally the best card for me. So I had to go sub-optimal and take the second best card. Are you able to join back in?
Alright. Yeah, I'm back in now.
Okay.
I have to see what's even left still. Like, everything takes red gems. Oh, I guess there's red gems again.
Yep, there's red, green, and blue, and white.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm just playing as the AI who never really hoards gems. They always buy as soon as they can. So I always have plenty of gems available to do whatever I want to. I rarely lose as a result because I always have options. Let's just say the AI is not very good at this game. Also, looks like we got a 4 in every single color, so every single color is worth getting all the way to 4 for once. When it comes to inviting nobles. One of the nobles being Night Miner.
Let's see. Can I buy anything here? I think you can buy this, right? No, I'm unsure.
It is amazing how fast we're like running through.
How what?
Like, there's not that many stones or whatever. There's not that many tokens.
Oh, you think that's bad? Play with 2 players, there's only 4 of each.
Yeah. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I believe it's either 6 or 7 with 4 players, I forget. Whereas gold always remains constant. The number of nobles is equal to the number of players plus 1, so there's 3 nobles in a 2-player game and 5 nobles in a 4-player game.
Where are everybody's scores supposed to be shown? Or we just have no points?
Nobody has points yet.
Nobody has points.
That's why.
Yep.
That's the only one thing to do.
Get
Take
points.
every remaining gem.
Oh yeah, that's completely valid.
They're all mine now.
Mhm.
None for you.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
And you don't get it. None for you. You
So
get
the
none.
question is, do I want to spend 2 whites and a blue, or do I want to
Yes.
spend 2 blue? Yes, it's an easy choice. 2 blues.
Look, I'm actually playing one of the cards I took.
Yay, first point. Then there's where your points are, Night Miner. And you can't take all the gems because you don't have the room in your hand.
Honestly, okay, seeing what I can afford. Honestly, a faster way to see what I can afford is just to click the card and see if it takes a yellow gem or not.
Yep.
It's
Fun
much
fact,
easier
there
to
are
be
achievements in
tempting.
this game for winning the game in a certain amount of time. I have not
don't
gotten
care.
most of those.
And I don't care about achievements in Splendor.
Me neither. I just go fast. I play game, I go fast. Like Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. It is funny, I don't think I've ever played a Sonic game on this stream yet. I played Mario. Never played
Hey, look
Sonic.
at this. I'm going to use all my permanent wealth to get the permanent wealth of the 5th color.
Nice. That's always satisfying when you manage to pull that off.
I have a permanent wealth in every color now.
Very good. Whereas I have 2 and 3 colors. And Mach has 4 across 3 colors. But yeah, it's always fun when you can do that.
And if we're anything in the top rows yet.
Top row.
Oh, is it my turn?
Don't think so. It is your turn.
I don't know how much time I spent not rating my turns. I'm just going to take that quickly.
Exchange 1 black token for a blue.
I don't even take gems anymore. I just take cards.
Oh yeah, that's when you can get to that point. That's always fun. When you're able to just like combo everything into each other.
The problem is the color
Oh,
I
come
need
on,
the
really?
most of right
That's an
now is
easy
no
one.
gems in.
Well, I guess nobody else can grab that one though.
Do I want that? I need more red. Oh, I need more blue, more. We can get more green though.
Mach finally gets a blue. And I take a nice white.
Oh, do I need green? I could
That
use some
sounded
green,
bad
right?
when I said it that way.
What's the minimum for us in order to take 2 in a stack? Is that 4?
I think it's 4.
Yeah, I think 4. So you can't do it in red or blue.
Yeah, you can't do it in black or blue or red.
Yeah, or black, yeah. I should probably grab gemstones at some point. I've been taking nothing but cards the last few turns, but it's just so satisfying to combo.
I mean, I just need more black. There was a card there that gave me a black gem, so I was like, sure. I need red. There's a lot of options here if I want red. I really don't need red.
Yeah, there's a lot
There's
of
no way you can
options for
afford
red.
anything out of the top row right now. Okay, so I think I actually need to...
Draw tokens.
do I need red or do I need to grab tokens? I'll grab tokens. Grab one of those. And then take one of those. And one of those. I need black gems.
Yep, relatable.
Something pops up for a black gem, take it
Whereas
immediately.
I needed
It's
blue.
fine. You don't need blue.
I did. Thank you, lovely noble, for visiting my house. I appreciate it. You are always welcome. Yeah, I do love how this entire grid is red and blue, basically, and then one each of black and green. It's kind of hilarious. Good choice. Wrong one. Did not need to take that one. Yeah, sure.
Mm.
5 points.
Nice.
Probably. Well, I don't think I see any better options.
I'm about to draw tokens for the first time in a ridiculous number of turns. Never mind. Like, how many turns have I gone without drawing any tokens? I genuinely don't know, but it's a lot.
Oh, I just noticed anytime I want, I can take a green gem.
Yeah.
I took a card a while ago that gives me a green gem.
Mm-hmm. And you can probably afford it by now, as long as it doesn't take.
Well, I can definitely afford it without spending anything.
Yep.
I got 3 gems right now, mostly just permanent wealth.
I think the max cards you can hold in your hand is 3, but I could be wrong. Like extra cards.
Did I get that for free? No, I would spend my green. This would spend my black gem. Let's spend my black gem.
Thank you kindly for visiting me, Night Miner.
screwed. There's just like no green around here.
Mock just got a green.
You can actually afford that?
Yeah.
It's like way off from that.
He had a zillion tokens he saved up.
I was working on that one slowly but surely.
Whereas I have very much been playing the convo game. Just how many... It's like, mine's very slow, but it happens to be working at the moment. Doesn't really matter which one of these I grab, so I'll grab the one that is more beneficial for someone else, potentially. Hello, Third Noble. The only threat is if Mock manages to grab something, but I think we're fine.
How many points are we playing to?
15. Yep. Good choice.
I just have no green. Doesn't help a lot.
Oh, really? Yep, that's what I thought. That was my backup plan. Oh, good, perfect.
Let's see, can I claim that? It'd take me 3 turns to do it that way.
You don't have 3 turns, you have 1 turn.
Yeah, I know I don't have 3 turns.
You have one
so-
turn.
You have 1 turn, and I'm ending this game. Unless Mock gets lucky.
So when you say I have 1 turn, you're saying this is my last turn or next turn is my
This
last
is your
This
last
is
turn.
your last turn.
I'm about to end this game.
Well, let's see what I can buy then.
Yep.
Can I buy anything? Taking everything. Ah, I can buy that. That's nice.
Yeah, buy that. That's your best card.
That sucks comparatively. That sucks comparatively.
Yeah,
For
but it's
buying
the
that
only
then-
option you have.
No, it's like I could buy 1 2-point card, or I could buy some 0-point cards.
Mock can't buy that one at all, so I'll buy the one that he theoretically could buy. And hope that the card that's drawn isn't better. Okay, good. We're good. Pretty sure I win.
I think we tie.
Oh, can you buy a card?
I can buy a card.
Oh, one in your hand. Duh. I forgot to account for
Hey,
that.
wait, got I get 1 more turn?
What?
I go first.
You went
I
first, so
go
you don't
first?
get one.
I could have had 5 more points that turn.
Yep. But
I just had 1 more turn.
I took all the nobles, and that
I mean, I
helped.
would have got to the last noble. That's how I would have
Okay,
gotten 5 points.
Mock gained points. I stayed the same. Night Miner went down because this was, I think, it's a ranked game.
Why would
Yeah.
I rank game? Do we
Because I
care about
forgot to
rank?
switch it off of ranked. Because
Well,
the
I'm
default
gonna-
is ranked.
I'm gonna leave the game. Boom.
I like this game. It's dumb. I love it. I've never played with any of the expansions, and I probably never will because of I don't feel like it needs them.
The one expansion that's good is the cities one.
I can see that.
So am I joining another game now?
I'm probably gonna be done because I still work tomorrow.
Do you though?
Yep, and it's gonna be another busy day like today, where I'm probably gonna get off at 7 again.
7 a.m.
7. No, start at like 8:30, finish at 7 p.m. Is
How many at least? You're not starting at 8:30, finishing at 7.
of work.
It's like almost a 23-hour day then.
Yeah, pretty much. Feels like it sometimes. Alright. Anybody want to say anything to the viewers before we head off?
The viewers.
Yeah, mostly you guys.
Shout
Although,
out to
according to the
whoever-
chat, that I lost Night Miner as a viewer.
I mean, I paused it because I didn't want the music showing twice.
Yep. It just means that you no longer counts as a view, so...
Well, shout out to the next person who says something in chat. Hey, that doesn't count. You're in.
I beat Baron.
Alright. Oh, I know what I might do. I'll go raid somebody who I'm sure, if nothing else, Mock probably wants to go watch. Haven't raided him in a while. Go raid Indie Kenobi, who's currently doing Star Wars KOTOR speedruns. Schedule for the week, for the record. Yeah, Deltarune tomorrow, Steven Sausage Roll next Tuesday, and then probably Among Us Thursday. And possibly over the weekend, if I can find the time for it, I'm going to do that birthday stream, now affiliate stream, because my affiliate anniversary is actually on Monday. But I can't really do a Monday stream very well, so probably if I do anything, it'll be a Saturday stream, so early affiliate anniversary. Or even Sunday, but I'm supposed to do stuff, so we'll see. We'll see. Otherwise, yeah. Go right into Kenobi. Playing some KOTOR. As always, thank you everybody for joining. It's always a pleasure. And I'll see you all another time. Later.